Hello, GG Leagues Twitch, and welcome to the final day of GG Leagues finals here, April 30th, as our coronavirus days get extended here still. But that's okay. Here we have the GG Leagues finals. My name is Zeko, and there's nobody here right now. It's just me. So I'm just going to solo cast this to the best of my ability. So we have BGC on the blue side here. I'm pretty sure they're actually undefeated, 11-0, and they are against Miami University RedHawks on the red side here. And yeah, they are on the red side. Sorry, I got them. I'm looking at something here. My bad. And this is game one of a best of three, and we will see who takes the win here. But BGC at Ohio State is actually undefeated. I don't know if I already said that, but they're 11-0, and Miami University RedHawks are 10-1. So we might see. Those are pretty amazing records, though. So honestly, could be either one here, best of three. So we'll see how it goes. But as we talk here, as I talk, sorry, Pantheon, Elise, Aurelia bands coming out from BGC on the blue side, and Echo, Silas, and Set bands on the red side here for Miami RedHawks. That is Misfortune and Gragas pick. Pretty nice. Gragas had good engage, and Misfortune has a lot of damage potential in that cone. So Orn here on the BG side, just a good blind pick, top pick in general. So this is the Vision A game, by the way. I don't know if I specified that, but I definitely do not have the ability to play at this level. So if I say something wrong, my bad. I'm a gold player, and I got the gold, and I stopped playing this season because there was like no hype. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, and you guys can flame me if you want. But it's a free country. What can you do? That is gonna be Kaylin and Thresh bot lane here against Misfortune. I think Kaylin's gonna be locked in, getting hovered right now. But Thresh has been locked in. That's gonna be Varus actually being locked in. Varus, Thresh bot lane. Pretty nice CC there from Thresh, and then Varus has a lot of quick damage with his W, few autos, then you pop it with your WQ, and that's a lot of damage. So we'll see if that actually pops off this game. But Ornn, Thresh, and Varus have a lot of CC among themselves. They can lock down a lot of people. They have a lot of range with the Thresh hook and the Ornn ult and the Varus ult. Yeah, just a lot of CC in general. So we'll see how that goes. But Alistar getting locked in here. Alistar, Misfortune. Alistar having a lot of CC as well. His knockup, his dash knockup, sorry, and his little, whatever you call it, W. Keep him off of Misfortune, so that'll be a little bit easier, I think. I actually don't know the interaction. What happens if Alistar like W's Thresh while he's in the middle of like queuing towards like Misfortune or someone else, you know? Does he actually fly away, or is it like Leona E where she just goes to him like no matter what, you know? I don't know. Maybe we'll see that happen this game, and I'll get my question answered. But Misfortune, Alistar versus Varus Thresh, I don't really know how that goes because I don't see that very often, but I'm assuming that it will be pretty even. But we will have to see. I think Alistar actually initiates better than Thresh, because Thresh has a hook that does not go through minions, but Alistar has a knockup that he can dash through minions. So I think it'll be easier for Alistar to engage that. But Alistar, or Aatrox, Yasuo bands coming up for BGC at Ohio State on the blue side, and Olaf and Syndra bands coming out on the Miami RedHawks on the red side. So we'll see as these last four picks get locked in for both teams. There's going to be the Vladimir hover and pick, either top or mid. I don't know, probably going to guess that's going to be mid lane, unless it's counter pick to Ornn. I don't know. We'll see what doing his job picks on the side of Miami RedHawks. But Zoe pick by Riverell here on the blue side for BGC, and that is going to be Zoe pick against that Vladimir maybe, or it depends on if that's actually Vladimir top. We do not know. At least I don't. I'm pretty clueless most of the time anyway. Cleveland Osu here. Gonna go ahead and not hover anything, so I'm left in anticipation and the quietness of myself. And that's going to be Kindred Hubbard and Kane Hubbard, actually. And Kane not picked. Kane picked last second. Little close there, but that's also going to be Vladimir top, as it looks like Kiana is being hovered now for the mid lane. Kiana mid would be pretty nice, I think, against Zoe. Kiana, kind of the same thing with Alistar, can go through minions with her dash and has a little bit more chance of hitting Zoe with her Q than Chloe. Than Zoe has hitting Kiana with her Q. So I think these are pretty nice team comps. I'm actually liking. I actually play a little bit of Kiana myself. I'm trying to get her to Mastery 6 right now. I just hit Mastery 5 on her. She's pretty fun. So I'm going to be kind of rooting for the Kiana. But overall, I think Vladimir Misfortune Alistar combo will be pretty nice, along with Gragas and Kiana. See if they can get in there and get some nice combos here for Misfortune, as well as the BGC here, kind of going for the peel your ADC more type. I hope King goes red, but as we end the countdown here, this is BGC at Ohio State on the blue side, undefeated. We'll see if they can win this first game here against Miami RedHawks on the blue side. We'll see you guys on the Rift in a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm one of the co-founders of GGLeagues, and I hope all of you guys are staying safe and healthy.
Hi guys, I'm Abby. Most of you probably know me as Not Too Shabby in the Discord, and I am your resident league manager for GGLeagues.
And I'm Griffin Kemp. I am a marketing intern here at GGLeagues. I don't work at Cloud9, I'm sorry.
Hey everyone, this is Eric from GGLeagues. With the coronavirus sweeping the globe, I know it's been a stressful time for everybody. Even though we joke as gamers that it hasn't really changed our lives at all. But, with that, we wanted to take some time to update all of you on how the coronavirus has affected our leagues and our company. We also wanted to share a little bit how we're helping to maintain the esports community and camaraderie during this difficult time.
And first off, really, in the interest of everyone's health and safety in the middle of this pandemic, we have unfortunately had to cancel all of our in-person events for this season. This is really not an easy thing for us to do, because we really love seeing everyone come to our in-person and final and really get to meet everyone in person. We wanted to bring some of our sweet props so that way everyone can kind of take pictures with that also. And so we really, really thank all of you guys who have worked with us to host these in-person events. And we really appreciate your excitement and hard work. And we really want to thank you guys as players who are planning on coming out to our in-person event. As a result of this pandemic, though, we will be finishing our spring seasons completely online with playoffs and finals running as planned, but unfortunately, it will just be online. We're holding a vote to see what other types of rewards you guys would want as the community. So please go to your Discord and be sure to vote in that.
Yeah, and I know that, GGLeagues has spread pretty far in terms of what states we encompass, but if you didn't know, we're actually based in Chicago. So for us here, we've all been working from home to protect ourselves and to slow the speed that the virus spreads to others, because we know that it's not just about us, it's not just about you guys, it's about our families, it's about everybody in our community, it's about making sure we're protecting each other, right? And so we're all still dedicated to bringing you the same league experience that you've had the entire time, but it's just going to be online mostly.
For sure. And even amidst all the disruption caused by the whole coronavirus pandemic, our mission to build community and really connect gamers to each other really remains the same. And so, we've seen people in the esports community, some of them being you guys, you players here in GGLeagues, organize hangouts, tournaments, events, and everything to support the community during these tough times and everything. The great thing about esports is its versatility and its ability to connect people no matter how far apart we are. We at GGLeagues want to continue connecting gamers to each other, but for now, only from the comfort of each gamer's houses.
With so many schools already in a remote learning environment, we here at GGLeagues want to make sure that we can continue to support you guys. Building gaming communities has always been what our biggest passion and mission is here at the company. And so we're thinking of ways that we can continue to help your gaming communities stay connected while everyone's away from campus. That's why for the duration of the whole coronavirus pandemic, we're offering to support intramural leagues for Rocket League and League of Legends to all interested schools for free as a way to keep the students engaged and connected with one another as everyone's away from school. The intramural leagues themselves will be competitions that allow students within the school to play in a casual, fun way against one another. The leagues will run roughly 6 weeks and will be completely online. How they'll work is GG Leagues will set up a league on our website, make it easy for your school to invite players into the league, and then from there you'll get access to the same GG Leagues experience that you see in our statewide leagues, where we'll create the leagues, we'll update the standings, we'll create the schedule, and we'll provide referees to make sure everything runs smoothly. All the schools have to do is be responsible for getting word out about this opportunity to your community. So either blasting it in your Discord, sharing it with students that are away from school, and just getting people signed up. We'll have 3 different potential start dates for this, either April 7th, April 13th, or April 20th. And so if this is something that you're interested in, definitely let us know.
So as Eric was saying, if you're interested in, hanging out with me, my referees, some fellow students from your school, even if there's some staff who are interested, send us an email at intramurals@ggleagues.com. Put the subject line as something like, my school's interested in doing an intramural league. And please, in the body of the email, include, what state your school is in, what school, and who might be the best point of contact for those intramural leagues.
And so during these hard times, we are really thankful for the whole entire community we have here at GG Leagues. Not only us here at the workplace, but you guys who have been really a part of this whole thing kind of building up. And so it's really a strong reminder for all of us that why community is the driving force behind not just esports, but everything that we do at GG Leagues. And so if there's any way that we can help your communities out, please let us know and stay safe and healthy as we endure this pandemic.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Hello, GG Leagues Twitch, and welcome back to the first game of this Division A Finals here. We have BGC on the blue side at Ohio State, and we have the Miami RedHawks on the red side here. Yeah. Okay. The BGC at Ohio State is, again, undefeated. And this is game 1 of the finals here. So we're going to have to see who comes out on top. But as we see here, the BGC at Ohio State is moving towards their top side here. Kane is going to head and just going to put a ward here as Gragas and him have a little altercation. He's going to get a ward on that Raptors anyway. BGC teammates being there for support. Just getting some nice vision before we back here as we get sweepers for both junglers, Gragas and Kane. But as I was saying, BGC at Ohio State is undefeated. They are 11-0 in this series here. So that's pretty outstanding for Division A. So hopefully they can keep this going and maybe even win the whole thing. But we also be looking at the red side team here, Miami RedHawks, as they're 10-1, which is a pretty outstanding record as well for Division A. And we'll see if they can combat this undefeated team, BGC at Ohio State, for this win. But otherwise, early game start, not much is going to happen. So I'm just going to blabber on about nothing, I guess, seeing as though I'm the only one casting today. But that's okay. Stuff happens. It's kind of a crazy time for everybody right now, but we still have GG Leagues, so that's all that matters. As we pan towards bot lane here, Misfortune and Alistar pushing that wave, pushing for that level 2. As mid here gets an electrocute, nice little Zoe there, but Kiana up 3 CS already. Not that that makes much of a difference right now. Both teams at 3.1k. I don't really know what to be hyped about right now, but I'm sure something crazy will happen as soon as Gragas moves topside. Kane moves to who's red. Misfortune's still not level 2, neither is Alistar. They're going to hit it soon, though. As they just hit it now. We'll see if there's any engagement. No. Pretty cool. Kiana's 6 CS above Zoe, which is pretty expected, actually, because Zoe is pretty bad CSer early, especially if Kiana pushes her on the turret. You can see her on the map there, just from that. As Zorn goes for a nice little trade here, he gets a Q, but Vladimir gains it back with the empowered Q. I don't really know what it's called because I don't play Vladimir, but that's the best I can do. I just know it's a Q. And Ornn is just going to keep being Ornn, and Kayn is just going to keep clearing everything. But Kiana did get a ward there in Kayn's jungle. Not that Kayn would ever go down there in a while. But nice vision there by Kiana, pushing wave and then going straight for that vision on the rafters. But Gragas goes for his blue now as Kayn works for the scuttle. Ornn's still pushed up on Vladimir pretty hard top. It doesn't matter because Gragas is bot side right now. Not much going on, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. We have seen. I think I've casted a Miami RedHawks game before, and I think they were pretty. I think it was pretty action-packed. So I'm hoping that reciprocates again this game as Gragas moves towards the bottom scuttle as well. Kayn on his Gromp now. See if Gragas can go for a gank here. I guess not. Everybody's just kind of CSing right now still. Might look towards bot side. They do not have this ward. Here goes Varus. Varus is going to take that lantern. Gragas is going to have to not go for that gank as Varus charges his Q. Sorry, choked on my teeth, I guess. I don't know. Gragas is going to have to get away here. Thresh lanes the hook. Varus following up with Thresh. Going to get an auto in, and that's it. Pretty early, pretty slow start to this early game, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry, I'm not. I had a lab practical today, you know, for U of I, so I'm kind of like a little slow. Kind of didn't go that well, you know, because this whole coronavirus thing. As Alistar goes in on this Varus, he's pretty low. Varus is here. Here's the shield with the flay here from Thresh, and he's going to get ignited. Varus is going to get away, though. He's going to flash away for health. His heal as well. Oh, he does not have heal. I'm lying. Thresh here, now in trouble. This might be first blood here for Misfortune. But Thresh actually gets the first blood. The nice play there. But Kayn also here. Kayn also getting a kill. Thresh staying alive here with his Gragas. The shield not being able to proc in time for the Alistar auto. But Kayn getting a kill on Gragas. And here comes Kayn again on this Alistar. Level 5. Look at that damage from Varus here. Varus actually does not have heal this game. That was a very nice job there by Thresh getting that first blood. I don't know if that was an accident, but Misfortune was there, and Thresh just whipped her a little bit, you know? Give her that nice good old right click. Yeah? As Zoe and Kiana have a little disagreement here, but nice first blood there, and that's really good for as Varus gets chunked here by press the attack Misfortune, already getting a 50% HP. But as I said, Kayn and Gragas had a little tussle there in the bot river, and Kayn came out pretty staggeringly on top. I don't know if that's a correct sentence I just formed, but I formed it nonetheless. As Ornn and Vladimir here hitting level 6 at the same time. Gragas is going towards the top side, and yeah, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Bot lane's gonna be pushed up. Kayn is there. Kayn might look for this dragon as Gragas is Raptors. I don't know if he knows that though. Kayn's just gonna waltz around dragon right now, and I am gonna keep hiccuping, I guess. I don't know what's wrong with me today, man. I was feeling pretty bad last night, and I'm not gonna lie. I stayed up to like 2 a.m. and it was not good for me, man. I don't know. I think it was those pizza rolls I had, you know? It was some faulty pizza rolls. What can you do? Tragic. As Varus here gonna... Here comes Kayn for this bot gank. Alistar's gonna get flayed. He's gonna get hooked. He's gonna get blue smited. Kayn's trying to stay in here. Varus picks up the kill on Alistar. River L. A nice gank there by Kayn. And a big Q here on Kiana as she W's right into the Zoe Q. But BGC here showing that they can get an early lead and stay undefeated as they are 600 gold above the Miami Redbirds and 2 kills above. 3-1 right now as Ornn and Vladimir continue to just smack each other topside. You know? One of those games, man. BGC hoping to finish this series undefeated and take it all here as Zoe goes in and gonna go ahead and proc W As Protobelt comes in, Kiana taking a lot of damage, gonna get ignited as Q might come up soon. Maybe. Here comes Gragas though. Predator up, not being able to hit the Q on Kiana. But Gragas, she's in trouble now. Here comes the hook on as we go to bot lane. Misfortune looking super low. Take the Lantern. It's warded. Cleveland gets the kill. Thresh. And Zoe goes down, but Varus dies as well bot lane. So now it's kind of even as they rack up 2 kills on this side of... Man, everybody's fighting now. I don't know what to... I can't even close out a statement. Orin's going to go in here on an ult. Vladimir's going to dodge with his W. He's going to not go in anymore. All right. Cool. Kane's going to go in here. He's level 6. Kiana is level 7. I don't know if she has ulti. Nice flash there from Kane. Hoping for a nice dodge with the ulti there. Not being able to finish her off. Can he finish her off again? Kane's going to get taken down, though. And that is 2 kills to Kane. All right. Getting more towards that red style of Kane here. Nice damage coming out from Kane. I hope to see he goes red against this pretty big team here needed against Vladimir, as Vladimir builds 2 Hextech revolvers. I don't know if that was intentional or if that was an accident. I don't really know. Once again, this is Division A. I don't really know what the builds going on up there are, but I'm gold, so I don't really know that much, to be honest. As Vladimir and Orin getting a little disagreement here. Big damage from Vladimir. Nice 181 Q. As Thresh goes in here, landing the hook on that Alistar. Varus R comes out. The Q comes out. Nice save there. Varus actually gets out of the MF ulti, and MF has to follow. No, run away. Sorry, not follow. I don't know what I'm saying, man. Long day. Long day, Long day. And it looks like all 5 members of BGC at Ohio State working on this Cloud Dragon here. I think it'll be get it. There will be no contest. Well, there was contest, but they lost it. And Kane is going to get that first dragon for BGC. And that is all she wrote for that dragon, folks. Kiana with Mobies here. I don't really know what to talk about. I need some water, man. My mouth is already dry. I still got 2 more games after this, maybe. Thresh moving towards mid lane. Very solo bot lane right now. Gragas is on Raptors to help the Kiana. The damage might not all be there for Zoe as she hits the E. Gonna go in for a nice little damage here. Kiana trying to block, not able to hit the Q on that Gragas. I gotta stand up so my lungs have room to expand. Yeah, that's the word. Gragas here clearing red as we see. Not much going on right now. 11 kill game though. Vladimir is gonna walk into the bush, get his charge up on his Q, and yeah. Anyway, Gragas here looking for some top lane. He said, no, see you later. I'm going to go to Krugs. And that's exactly what's happening. Kiana pushing mid as always. Kiana on Gromp. Probably going to look for this scuttle as Kiana also goes towards there, hitting that vision thing. I don't know what it's called, but wow, I do not deserve to be talking right now. I don't even know what the vision cone is. Is this a vision cone? I don't know. I know the blast cone's called the blast cone. What do I know? Zoe here gets aggressive on this. Kiana looks like on the map. Bot lane pushing up, as well as MF and Alistar come back down to bot lane. Gragas sitting in mid bush, as you can see on the map there. Zoe has no idea as he goes in here. Nice flash here, and the ult. Not gonna knock her back, actually. I'm kind of shocked that they didn't knock Zoe back. What happened? Little hook there from Thresh, not going anywhere. Zoe, I expected the Gragas ult to knock her back. As Kiana gets hooked by the E, this might be a kill here. That's a lot of damage, and he gets taken down. Zoe with an absolute dominant display here of damage against Cheng Yun. Getting absolutely deleted with Kane and Zoe damage hitting at the same time. There's no escape for that Kiana, and she will be 0-2 in this game here as the E not hitting here. Thresh hitting his hook on the Alistar. That's a little dangerous, though you have to be careful as Varus is forced to flash away bot lane, but mid lane, here we go. There's a stasis, not waiting for the stasis to run out, timing the Q pretty well. Varus getting stunned and ignited, and there's no escape here for Varus. Varus is going to get taken down as Misfortune runs down this Thresh, slowing him and autoing and queuing, and oh my gosh, there's so much damage. But he's fine. He's fine, everybody. It's no big deal. We're all good here. This is a workout, guys. BGC here at Ohio State. Oh my God, Vladimir. Alistar getting flayed in here as he's going to take a turret shot. He's going to get taken out by that Varus Rivergirl, picking up another kill on that Alistar. Nice hook there from Thresh, giving him, making Alistar take damage. So the turret would hit him. Just enough damage for Varus to kill. Pretty sure they would have killed him without the turret, but that's okay. What can you do? As BGC here, about 2,200 gold above Miami RedHawks. So with a Drake up as well, that's pretty good. Especially with somebody like Kane, who needs that pretty big ult reduction. That's also very good for Zoe. That's especially good for Zoe, actually. And very special one, you know, that's okay. That's smaller cooldowns. Nice timing there on Vladimir with his W, but nothing's really happened top lane. Just the CS. But Vladimir is pretty far up on this Ornn, CS wise. About 16 CS, so that's a pretty significant difference there, especially at the 13-minute mark. So Ornn gonna go ahead and barrier? What just happened? Am I dumb or what just happened? Did Ornn make a barrier sound? What on earth was that? Does he have, oh, he has spell book. Sorry, I'm dumb, guys. Well, alright. Gragas is stuck here in the blue jungle. Thresh here, just trying to get vision as Gragas procs TP. TP, man, Predator, man, what is wrong with me today? Hitting that E, Zoe, big damage here from Zoe. Getting on that Alistar, all the way down to 40% HP with 1 EQ. And they're going to start this Dragon BGC at Ohio State is. And here comes Zoe proccing that Predator. It's not going to hit MF. And that is the second Dragon here. And Ocean Drake for BGC at Ohio State. They are 5 kills up from Miami RedHawks. And they are about 2,500 gold above the Miami RedHawks as well. So it looks like Soul this game will be Mountain Soul, which will be really good for Ornn, and pretty good for Thresh as well. But on the side of Miami RedHawks, if they manage to come back and pull it back a little bit, Zoe here actually, as we talk, getting stuck here between 3 members of the Miami RedHawks, getting a kill on Alistar. The Q, and she might be able to get away. Nope, see you later, Zoe. Grog is gonna press R on your on you, I guess. Man, I don't know. I was gonna say something cool, but I forgot already. As we get into the late game here, kind of mid game, they're not gonna be able to catch Miss Fortune backing, and that's okay. Miss Zoe there, getting that kill on Alistar, not expecting that damage, I presume, and Alistar took the paid the price for that one. So nothing's still happening top lane, man. I don't know what to make of that. Whew. Okay, well, Kane went blue this game, which I guess isn't bad considering you're that far ahead, and you have Kiana, Misfortune, Gragas. I guess it could be worse, but you know, I always go red when I play Kane, but you know, I don't know that much, so what can you do? But BGC actually not losing a turret yet, and actually destroying one of Miami RedHawks, and that would be mid lane when they used the Rift earlier. So you can see how they're pushing for this bot turret now. They will get it. That is 2 turrets for BGC at Ohio State, and that now puts them about 3,000 gold above Miami RedHawks as Vladimir goes in for the straight here. Top lane, Ornn's going to go for that knockup, missing it. Vladimir is going to go in deep here. Not going to hit the E, man. It's just battle of the ranges, man. Who can be just outside of whose range? As Zoe here moved towards the lane. Gragas is on Krugs. Vladimir is working on this top turret. Almost getting it. But this has really been just a CS game top lane for the most part. So I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I'm looking at this BGC lead here, and I think they can put this game away if they if more fights start coming out and they get a bigger gold lead. I think they can. Like this is about to happen right now, but Zoe here following that Gragas. Nice hook there on Thresh. He's gonna get the kill on Thresh. Nice play as well. Nice pick there by Zoe. Kane not able to get through the other wall with his E, but that's okay. Zoe having a lot of damage here is pretty good. Seeing as Gragas and Kiana and Misfortune are pretty squishy. So that's cool. I mean, it's pretty cool, you know. Yeah, you know, yeah. Kiana didn't walk through. Kind of sad, but I'd like to see Kane work more on getting kills now, since he's pretty far ahead of Gragas on CS. Just getting picks, and as we talk here, Thresh and Varus are gonna work on this Kiana here. Might catch Kiana, but Vladimir also. Kiana's stuck in a bad place right now. She goes invisible. She's gonna get caught out. Thresh here. Flash from Kiana. Varus is gonna ult, and Kiana goes down. 0-3 Kiana getting that kill on hello Zoe, as most of the members of Miami RedHawks push for this mid turret. Now Kane and Zoe left to defend it. That is a pretty healthy turret, but here comes Kane running in. Woo! Dodging that Gragas. Gragas has to flash away as Thresh and Ornn here fight the all members. And Kane's gonna get that kill on Gragas. Alistar now in the middle of BGC as Misfortune gets an ulti. Not getting interrupted. Here comes the play. Misfortune super low, getting ignited. They use the heal. Vladimir's gonna TP and Misfortune goes down. Vladimir, nice ult there. Going right on this Varus, actually ignoring Varus, go for the Zoe. 770 health healing from Vladimir. And here comes Varus. The rest of BGC here. Nice hook there from Thresh, and Vladimir is going to go down. That is 4 members of Miami RedHawks killed by BGC at Ohio State. And they're looking pretty dominant right now at about a 4,000 gold lead over Miami RedHawks. 3 bounties on BGC here. Kane, Varus, and Thresh, as you see on the scoreboard there, as they work towards this mountain drake. I'm assuming that's where they're going to be heading. Ornn locking down that vision, getting some nice vision there as Kane rushes to this dragon. BGC looking to just put a nail in the coffin here, getting all the objectives. And trying not to give Miami RedHawks any breathing room here. So, sick. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Just an average day on League of Legends, everybody. Getting into the late game here, considering how far ahead BGC is. That's a lot of W damage here coming out from Kane, but not going to follow up on it. As Vladimir here, going to go ahead and clear some vision. Alistar moves towards top side. Really just kind of all sticking together now. RedHawks start, but here's the E. Here's the hook from Thresh. And that's a lot of damage on the Vladimir. He's going to go down. A Misfortune ult coming out. But Rivero, Varus here getting the kill. The Kane's going to go down. Another hook here on the Alistar with Thresh. Here comes Kiana, though, on that Zoe. Trying to do any damage, missing this first Q. But here comes the damage. And Thresh is going to go down. Kiana, electrocute, killing that Kiana. And Varus and Zoe are fighting off the Miami RedHawks here. Redbirds, I can't remember. Alistar going to get knocked up. Varus missing Q. Gragas is going to have to E over the wall. And that's going to be all the... Maybe not! Maybe they're going to chase down this Alistar. But Alistar has a flash. Q hitting there. And Alistar, it gets away safely. 2 members of Miami RedHawks go down. Am I dumb or is it Redbirds? I'm actually apologizing in advance of it. I've been calling them the wrong thing this entire time. Oh, it's RedHawks. I was correct. Okay, cool. Anyway, Miami RedHawks here not looking too good as BGC kind of closes this game out. It looks like they've got so much going for them right now. About a 3,500 gold lead for BGC over the Miami RedHawks, and 10 kills above. Sorry, can't talk today, man. Can't talk. 21 minutes and three dragons for BGC as Thresh looks for a blind hook there, not going to find it. Ornn does not have TP. Vladimir does not have TP. They both use TP at the same time, so it will come up at the same time. Therefore, basic maths here. But Orn here just working on that Grump as the rest of BGC here works over this Baron. Not much happening right now, but I think we're setting up for the last fight in the end game here. As Orn continues to farm bot lane, catching up on that long CS lead that he has been lacking. As here goes Misfortune's always going to have to back out though. Predator getting out, nice. Trying to block that lantern there. Nice job, Gragas. You tried though. I mean, I wouldn't have thought to have done that, but I like the effort that he was trying to do. So he sends a big E down here. Kiana looking for this Zoe maybe, and there it is. The engage on the Zoe, but I guess we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the camera here going towards the Vladimir 2v1. Nice damage there from Vladimir, but the Ram coming through Vladimir. He's going to get away. And here's Varus in trouble now, getting CC chained. And Varus is going to get taken down by the Miami RedHawks, and Alistar now disengaging. And Kane is stuck behind him here. Gragas going to ult, not able to get away. Kane gets taken down. That's a nice 2 kills here. Hi.
Hi, I'm going to be joining you with this cast now. Sorry for you solo casting most of the game. It was rough.
That's okay, it's fine. And what's up? Who are you? I'm sorry.
This is
I can't
Leche.
look.
Sorry, this is.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah. No
Anyway,
problem.
okay,
Oh,
this Baron fight, here we go. Cleveland, nice hook there, but he's gonna get taken out. And Misfortune, actually, that's a lie. Misfortune here ulting. Thresh, BCG is actually running from this fight. RedHawks actually taking it to BGC here at Ohio. I'm just gonna say Ohio State. Ohio State now struggling to get some ground here as the gold disadvantage, or the gold difference here is starting to even out on the side of RedHawks. They need to start working towards dragons.
What I saw the early game coming out of RedHawks was pretty disastrous. Kiana was not able to get ahead, and Zoe was really all over the map. That, as well as the lethality Varus in the bot lane, just kind of running that lane. As one of the things that you really have to notice when you do see a team like the Buckeye Gaming Collective are going this game is they've got a lot of early power. Zoe, very potent in that early mid game, but, you know, kind of struggles in later game team fights if she's not looking for picks. Kane is going Blue Kane with the lethality, and the way that his passive works, it means armor is almost double as effective because it also negates his bonus magic damage. And lethality Varus, this is a very early mid game team, and if Miami can clutch it out towards the back end, their team fight team will definitely be starting to take hard wins like we just saw there.
Yeah, that would be nice to see as we get into this fight here. One's going to go ahead and ulti, only knocking out Vladimir, and Thresh is stuck in the middle. Vladimir is going to ult in the back line with Ornn and Kane getting stuck in the middle, and Kane is down. RedHawks have a chance. RedHawks have a chance to get this dragon though. Thresh is combating, and they're going to get it. Misfortune ult coming through. Thresh is going to get taken down. Stasis here from Ornn, and Ornn knocking out 2 members, but not going to be enough. RedHawks here getting some ground back, getting that mountain dragon and preventing the soul, as Zoe is the only one along with Varus left alive here, and they might dive her, but they're not going to. I guess not. Gragas actually looking for this.
Oh, he's looking
He's
for
gonna
it.
land. He's not gonna land it though. The stasis here, Zoe's gonna get taken down by the RedHawks.
Yeah, shutdown. That's giving more gold into IBN's pocket. Like we saw in that team fight, Misfortune's starting to come online early on. She was picked over and over again, and it was not looking good. But now that she's getting to the later stages of the game, she has her 2 main damage crit items, part of her core build, and she's not even building into a RFC. I think she might be building a GA or more defensive option. We'll have to see. But yeah, now Miami's comp is coming online, and they don't need these massive plays anymore. They're able to take these little wins and turn them into greater team fight victories. BGC was really split in that team fight, and they just weren't able to 5v5 the way Miami could. I think Ornhorn whiffed pretty hard as well. So that's going to be pretty rough in those team fights.
It's just so nice to have another caster here, man. My mouth is so dry. Ah, sick, dude. Well, as we get into the late game here, I think, yeah, what you said. Blue Kane here is starting to fall off pretty hard. Just not able to stay alive, and the damage there, it's there, but it's not like there, you know. And I think, yeah, RedHawks here definitely capitalizing on the late game. So I like how they're kind of pulling it back from this huge gold deficit. They were about 4,000 gold behind, and I think Ohio State needs to be careful now, like super careful. this late in the game, anything can. One little kill and there goes your Baron, there goes your Nexus, you know. So I think
I kind of like what the middle three here from OSU are doing. You know, having Lethality Vars and Zoe Thresh looking for these hooks, looking for these picks, because you don't beat Miami right now in a standard 5v5 team fight, and that's not what you drafted for. You drafted to find picks and then turn that into victories. So I like that they're looking for it, but these bubbles really haven't managed to land after the, earlier parts of the game. So Miami have been coming back, and that early Dragon from Miami Big D, making sure that the Buckeye Gaming Collective couldn't grab the Mountain Soul was massive. That was absolutely huge, because if they did, that is so much gold. A lot of people call Dragon Soul, 4K gold on your team, and that would have really given them an advantage. So glad to see the Miami Redbirds are hanging in there and starting to come back towards this league.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's important. I hate that ward placement, man, behind the Baron. It's just annoying to get rid of, man. I don't know how they do it. I think they move their stream, but as Kiana gets engaged on here, she's gonna get caught hard. There's, as you were saying that, the picks here coming out. Kiana 1-5 and 8, unfortunately for her, but Cleveland finding a hook and BGC finding a pick, and they might continue this as Ornn gonna ult on the backline here. As Misfortune might get caught out here, Alistar going in to help. But the Unstoppable coming in here. Gragas ult not hitting anybody. Misfortune's gonna ult now. Not that much damage coming out. There's Hugh hitting Misfortune. That's it though. Ornn's stuck in the middle. And I can't breathe right now, but Alistar is getting pretty low. K might go after him, but that's a Dark Harvest stack. E following. Look at that E hitting just the Misfortune, but the damage here. Oh my goodness. Kiana dead. Alistar's dead. Gragas might get out. He's just kidding. See you later, Gragas. Me, I'm a big D getting caught out. I did not know that's what his name was. And that is 3 members down on the side of RedHawks. They might go for this Baron.
Yeah, we were talking about the picks and how the clock is ticking, and the Buckeye Game Collective got exactly what they wanted. That Zoe Bubble and Thresh catch out onto Chengyu means that it suddenly becomes a 4v5, and Miami can't win those. A nice extended team fight from Ohio State is hook almost lands onto Love and Honor. Oh no!
Close. Vladimir might get chased down. Here's the flash from Vladimir. Oh, that's it! Ooh, barely living though. Worth the effort though. I mean, nice shutdown there. I don't know who got the kill. I wasn't paying attention because so much happened. But Vladimir straight up Tokyo drifted on that Varus. Pretty close, man. They missed the cannon, man. Oh,
I think that was literally a 5v1. So
yeah,
making the best out of a bad situation, not getting any sums and burning his flash. So not net positive, but. Definitely proactive. Alamao Zedong is actually looking here in the corner. We've seen doing his job, overextend and look for some.
His name, man.
Pretty bad positioning in some of these early.
Oh, that should have hit Misfortune, I think. Woo! Gragas. Ability just being there, looking for this Mountain Soul. Yeah, Ornn gonna get the knock up on the Gragas, trying to keep him at bay, but Gragas is here, and they get that Mountain Soul. As I don't know who to look at here, but Ornn's gonna go in, getting that knock up on the Alistar. Not that much though. Misfortune getting taken out by the W on Kane, and wow, Kiana got destroyed right there. As Vladimir is 1v3ing right now. Gragas is gonna go in stasis. Vladimir doing a pretty good job here. Gragas pretty low, looking for that. Man, what is going on right now? Kane is all over the place. Alistar staying alive, bonking Ornn back into the turret, and the bonk coming out from Ornn as well. He's gonna ult, but the Thresh takes the Alistar down, and Gragas stays alive somehow. I don't know how Gragas lived.
Yeah, this was not the game for me to try and watch on 480p. It's crazy fights, and it seems like every single time Miami is getting split in these fights, it's an issue. IPN just is not getting the peel that he needs to. He's not able to get really good Misfortune ults, and that just means that the lethality one-shotters in the Varus, the Kane, and even the Zoe, although it's not lethality, that Magic Pen Boots, Luke's Echo, that is going to just burst you down. And IPN, I do think, needs some more safety in these fights, and a lot of that should be on doing his job. Being able to peel for Misfortune is just one of the things you really need to do in these fights. Changyoon really can't be looking for that. He's looking more for flanks. Mammo Big D can't really be looking for it as Love and Honor gets caught up by Paradox.
A lot of damage here. Love and Honor. Kane's kind of scared he's going to run away. And that's it.
That was the fight.
What a fight! Between BGC here. Most intense thing I've seen all game, man. Love to see it.
Yeah, I was skeptical because I do think that Blue Cane is relatively underrated, but Red Cane is always so strong. And without too many tanky members on the side of RedHawks, I definitely thought it was going to be an uphill battle for Red Cane, but Peridot just said, screw it, I'm going blue. And he's been doing so much damage this game. We've seen him get on IBN in so many of these fights. We saw him in the early and mid game just running some of them.
Running down
like
as Vladimir,
part
trying
two.
back again, missing the W as Vladimir gets a Q. Maybe wait that out. He's not going to be able to. That's a lot of damage here. Actually, the damage still going through his W. What? Getting an E for more damage. Vladimir might get taken down here. Here's the cooldown on the Q. Peridot.
Come four
The
members
kill, but
of
here
Miami.
comes the rest of Miami. Kane bobbing and weaving, but it's not going to be enough. You know, come up again. Misfortune gets the kill on Kane. Yeah, man, I don't know.
These fights have been pretty crazy. Now Miami is sending 4 members top. That's going to get punished. We're going to lose 1 bot turret and probably a lot of pressure towards this side of the map. And if Miami have to constantly respawn down there, it will mean that BBC will be able to look for Dragon or Baron rotations, part of the Dragon rotations.
Alistar getting the hook here, not going to do that much damage though. Alistar is going to go ahead and pop ulti. Kiana might get taken down here. That's a lot of damage here. Electrocute procking on that Kiana. She's pretty low. Going to get blocked. Cannot use the ram. Nice block there by Gragas. And that Zoe Q is way too close for comfort on that Alistar. Yikes.
Yeah, you see the poke coming out from Ohio State. The lethality Varus.
Woo! Damage here. Here goes Orn popping chest plate as Vladimir goes in, getting a lot of damage actually. 935 health, getting rained back. And Alistar gets smashed down by that Zoe Q as Gragas here trying to smack this gigantic Orn. Nice splash there from Kiana staying alive. But, stuff's happening. And, whoa, that's a lot of damage. Misfortune actually staying alive. Not getting taken down by the Orn. And the max damage here. Misfortune and Alistar getting taken down. And BGC is actually pulling it back again. But Kiana getting destroyed. Oh my god. That's gross.
Yeah, new mid on the Zoe was dealing so much damage that fight. Not even having to hit her targets some of the times to deal it. I believe doing his job was actually the Q damage was the splash through Gragas. So much damage here.
Vladimir, that's a lot of damage, man. BGC at Ohio State looking to end this game. Actually, they have a few super minions. They only have 1 super minion. Actually, sorry, I'm illiterate. Vladimir here. Nice flash there from Zoe. I don't know what she was flashing for, but Alistar goes in here, getting a double knockout. Vladimir also flashing for some reason. Wait, did I just say that? I did. And they're going to end the game here. That's game 1 for BGC at Ohio State win. That was a wild ending. Everybody flashed for no reason.
That was a wild game. That entire game was just up and down with both sides. BGC got the early advantages, but and Miami seemed to be fighting back, but some bad team fights and really good, I'd say, Zoe and Thresh play in some of those fights managed to clutch them out. I mean, some people say Cleveland isn't so great, but are you kidding me? When was the last time you saw a player with such ability and movement with Thresh? I think he puts the game on a whole nother level, and we will be blessed if we ever see a player with his skill and passion for the game again.
I don't think we can really have an MVP right now, but we'll see what happens as we get into the next game, bro. I don't know, man. We can't really give one.
I did. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I think you need to replug your mic.
Oh no. Is that better?
Yeah, you're much better now.
I was talking through my webcam, I'm sorry. But yeah, as the damage charts come up here, and dude, I cannot talk today. Can you hear me?
I can. You're live.
31,000 damage coming out from Kiana. Dude, Zoe and Varus with 29.7. I'm just gonna take it slow. 70 degrees this evening with a wind chill of about 50 degrees. And Thresh here with about 12,000 damage. But Zoe popping off this game as we saw, having the poke here, the cooldowns from Zoe, having that damage kind of wean down RedHawks here. I think that's really good to have on a team with a bunch of assassins as well, so you can get them low and just kind of snipe them. Just send Kane in there and whoop, gone. But as we saw here, I kind kind of got a little scared for BGC at Ohio State because they kind of lost it in the middle of that game there. They actually, RedHawks here actually got their gold lead back. Actually was about 1,500 gold above at one point. But I'm glad that BGC actually pulled it back. Said, hey, you know, they're kind of ahead right now. But they did pull it back, so I'm a little proud of them for staying in the fight when it looked like they couldn't get a grip. But they got a grip and they got this game won. And is there anything else you want to say though? That was a pretty crazy game.
I mean, I'm wondering if Miami are going to change some things up in the draft, mostly. Because we did see they knew how to execute this comp, but there were a few hiccups early on and mid in the game that kind of just dug their hole too deep for them to dig themselves out of. So we're going to have to see if they either decide to go back to the drawing board in draft, or if they're going to try to run a similar comp back and, you know, make sure that they don't mess up in that early game.
Yeah, and as we get into game 2 here, we will be back with game 2. Wow, I'm so dumb, man. We will be back with game 2 in a few minutes, but yeah, we'll be back with game 2 in a few minutes, guys. Love you. Hi, GG Leagues Twitch. I'm back here, and they kind of started a little fast, but we're actually gonna starting off with one caster last game. My name is Zeko, but we actually have 3 here for you today. Zeko here, and Leche, and Dave is back.
Yeah, we decided that since there was only one caster game 1, we needed to overcompensate and have 3 game 2.
I
Yeah,
think that's a good
exactly.
idea. Yeah.
I think the more the merrier.
I think the math here checks out. But you good? Okay. You just dropped your phone? Oh, sick. Okay, well, Misfortune here getting picked on the side of. I forgot they switched sides. Miami University RedHawks. They're going with the same picks here, but Chang Yoon actually gonna pick the Zoe instead of Noob Mid picking Zoe. But Misfortune, same pick, and that's it. I don't know why I said they were going to the same picks. But Orn, Rakan, and Zaya here on the side of Ohio State. I think that's pretty strong. As we were talking while the stream was getting started. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think Ohio State has a really good comp setup right now. They picked that sort of late game security with the Ornn, but they also have that very powerful bot lane duo combo and the Victor that's going to add even more scaling to their late game.
Yeah, absolutely. The Zaya Rakan is so powerful, and we know how strong Zaya gets, especially in those later game team fights, and the ornaments are only going to boost her even more. Now, that being said, Zoe Rek'Sai is almost definitely a much stronger mid-jungle duo than whatever BGC can pull off. It seems like they haven't picked their jungle out unless Alamao Zedong pitched the word of LS and is going to be taking that into the jungle, but Miami with some hard counter picks, Love and Honor picking up the Fiora, and Taric is the support locked in. We see Miami's comp. Now we just have to figure out who's going to round out the Buckeye Gaming Collectives.
Man, I'm just saying, Orn, Rakan, Zaya is pretty deadly. Victor as well. Victor as well. Imagine getting caught in the middle of all that. Orn knock up Rakan, Charm knock up, Zaya root. Man, you're over. Victor ults. See you later. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
really. Yeah, that's just crazy. Oh, Monkey Boy got locked in.
Yeah, I was expecting the Gragas, a strong all-game jungle. He made it through draft. Last time we saw Mayamo Big D pull off some pretty crazy moves on the champion, but it's going to be the Wukong instead. This is a champ who, although he was nerfed a little recently, most people don't have him dropping down from that top tier of champions, specifically in solo queue, but we haven't seen him in most competitive, because most competitive just doesn't happen. At least over here on NA and EU. So it'll be interesting to see how this Wukong jungle does show up in this game.
Wukong is a champion that scales very nicely, but Rek'Sai definitely dominates the early game, so that's where I'm going to be paying my attention to. But in these final seconds, we're going to be going to a quick ad break, so catch us in a couple minutes to see the second game between Miami and Ohio. We'll see you then.
Hello, GG Leagues Twitch, and welcome back to our stream here as we get into Game 2. This is Miami RedHawks on the blue side. This is Game 2. I just said that, but on the red side here, we have BGC at Ohio State. We'll see if they can get this 2-0 win in this finals match here, or if the Miami RedHawks will pull off a win and take it to Game 3 in a 1-1 here. With me, my name is Zeko. With me are my two other casters. We have a triple cast today. Dave and Leche. Leche. Sick.
Yeah, hello everybody. It looks like both teams are doing a standard 5-point start. Now, if you were curious, Ornn only has refillable potion right now. Well, you might be wondering, like, why does he do that? Well, Ornn has this passive where he can buy abilities while in lane, so he buys the potion and then buys his shield once he gets gold from a couple of minions so that he can get the item and also have the refillable and also have a ward to put down. So that's typically what I see Ornn players do. It's kind of meta.
I did not know that.
Looks like Rek'Sai is looking topside, gonna get the sweepers out since he put down the ward. A little bit of extra gold in the pocket of Zoe, who are they gonna give it to? And that's pretty good. Looks like Rex is going to be starting blue side. I'm curious to see what kind of jungle pathing he's going to do. He has the option to full clear, or he could go for a full topside clear and gank mid.
Yeah, that's not the ornament, or the Ornn building thing isn't the only topside tech we're going to see this game. The cull coming out from Fiora, you don't really see this from anyone unless they are very certain they're going to win this lane. She's looking for some money to really propel her towards the late game when Fiora is just a split-pushing menace in the side lanes.
Yeah, there is not a single player who can match Fiora once she gets a couple items. Her Ravenous Hydra, her Trinity Force, and her Death Stand should make her pretty much unkillable, as you were saying. But also, looking at other late game skillers, the Victor. Victor gets a free item in his inventory, and he's also going to get buffed by the Ornn. So once he gets that full build, he's going to be practically unstoppable as well.
Oh yeah, the late game fights from the Buckeye Game Collective are going to be massive, but Miami does kind of have that get out of jail free card with the Taric ultimate. In these team fights, they're going to be able to survive a lot longer than really their comp should allow. No frontline, Love and Honor is not going to want to be in these team fights, so having that Starlight is going to be very, very powerful. We're going to have to keep our eye on it. So Iron Rakan, they look like they just keep trying to get deeper and deeper vision into Miami's jungle, and you can see that Wukong is using this as now he's ganking the mid lane. He's trying to catch out Zoe.
Here comes Zoe getting caught out here. Nice W there, but Wukong's going to get sleep time, and Zoe's going to get away by burning her flash and ignite.
Yeah, very well played from Zoe. Got out of the gank, had to blow her sums though, so Rek'Sai
run right into this Rek'Sai. Oh yeah, here we go. Wukong's going to have to flash away. Rek'Sai flashing right after him goes Zoe Q. But Rek'Sai gets that kill on the Wukong. I am confused as you are, but he got the kill nonetheless. And that is going to be first blood here for the Miami RedHawks.
Yeah, it looks like Zyra Rakan, we're looking for a roam, but they're not going to find anything. Going to come right back to lane. Taric does have priority, though. Wondering if they're going to look for a fight. He has Aftershock. He has, not Aftershock, he has the Guardian. Going to get procced. Nothing too much happening.
Nice stun here from Taric as Zaya gets pinched here. Press the attack going on, but Miss Fortune's going to get ignited. She's pretty low. Heal's going to come out. Not that much. Healing's going to come out, and she might get taken down here. Zaya not no flash here. She's going to live. Taric is stuck between Zaya and Rakan now, and Taric now getting autoed. Right click, right click, right click, and they're going to get slowed by Miss Fortune, and they're going to get away. Miami RedHawks. Not losing anything bot lane. There you go. They did lose a lot of sums though, but they lost just as many sums as Zion Rakan did. So well done.
Yeah, Miami were the ones who picked that fight, and I guess they both supports come out of it with their flash. But some really, really rough just health trades means that Riverell and Cleveland are going to be able to pick up this wave bot and try and push it into Miami's turret first.
Yeah, when I said there wasn't a lot going on there, I was kidding. It was a joke, obviously. Definitely was expecting that. But top laner, a little bit of trading. Ornn getting the better of Fiora. Fiora only has the Cole right now, so not going to be doing too much damage. Ornn picked up that D shield, going to keep him nice and healthy. Also, opted to go for the biscuits this game, so he's going to be winning trades until Fiora gets a couple items in this top lane.
And although Riverell and Cleveland decided to stay, they weren't able to push it the wave fast enough. I believe The minions caught it right before it hit the tower, and then they pushed another wave, so IBN's actually going to get a pretty massive wave here, and they kind of get to dictate the lane state here, whether they want to push it in or keep it frozen in the middle of the lane.
Now, the one player that I'm still paying attention to is Miyama Big D on the Rec side, because with a comp that is very pokey and that you need the snowball, you really need to make sure that he's ganking lanes in this early game before Ohio get too much time to scale up. And getting that kill on Wukong was pretty big, but I think getting some kills on the Zoe or the top lane would be really impactful this game, and you can just kind of let Tarek MF sit by themselves. But with that, we're going to be going for a little bit of a pause. The ADC is lagging.
Pretty much instantly, it seems like that both teams are ready, but as we're in the later end of this pause, I do kind of want to talk about the importance of Dragon this series. Rek'Sai, not very well known for being a potent early game jungler, but she falls off the longer and longer it goes, which means one of the ways when you're playing a jungler like Rek'Sai or Olaf is you scale because of the soul pride you have, but this Ocean Dragon, as we approach 6 minutes, has pretty much been uncontested from both sides.
Yeah, getting Prio bot would be really big, but here's Rek'Sai hovering bot. Could sweep this out, and it's going to be Rakan. It's going to knock up, and they're going to instantly ping out the Rek'Sai. They know exactly what's going on. Great vision control from Riverell and Cleveland in this bot lane.
What is going on? Okay, you guys have to cast because my thing just broke.
All right. I'll play by play until he's ready.
Sorry.
Now, we were talking earlier about how Mammal Big D will look for these bot ganks, but I'm pretty sure he was spotted walking over the red side ward as he tried to get into the alcove. Just going to force out a recall, really. A lot of wasted time as the Wukong's going to start catching back up in the camps that initially Rek'Sai had in the lead.
Yeah, Rek'Sai gonna have to back off. Sort of wasted 30 seconds there in the bot lane, didn't find anything, and again, that's due to the great vision placement from Riverell and Cleveland. They had a ward in that bottom bush near the alcove and also in the tri-bush, so they're gonna spot him out, ping him out, and he's just gonna have to go get his Krugs as sort of the secondary redemption prize. Zoe roaming down from mid lane, they're gonna ping it out, and they're really trying to find something in this bot lane, but they're not able to find anything, which is why I think Rek'Sai should just, gank mid lane, gank top lane, gank the immobile people who can't really do anything.
Yeah, the Zoe Rek'Sai mid 2v2 is extremely potent early on in the game. The ease of the knock-up CC, letting her land her Paddle Star, or even the Trouble Bubble, normally means that Rek'Sai Zoe wins until later in the game. In those early game ganks, they win almost every single fight, especially against a Victor Wukong. So Rek'Sai not really hovering around there shows that he has faith in Changyun to manage to push this lane to the limit, and Changyun has built up about a wave of a gold lead.
And one thing I do want to point out is that Wukong is currently in Rek'Sai's top side jungle. He just cleared out the Grump. They could go for a dive here if Fiora uses her W. So one thing that Fiora can do is just hold on to that parry and just make sure that she has an answer in case anything cheeky does try to happen. And the Rift Herald spawning up right now is going to be another objective for contention that both junglers have to worry about.
Yeah, both these bot lanes might look for hard push recall, try and that cheeky lane swap to get them Rift Trio, but it seems like instead Rek'Sai and Zoe are just going to roam up there. Rek'Sai using his sweeper to get vision control around the Rift Herald. That objective can be so strong in terms of breaking open the base, getting those plates in an early gold advantage, and I don't think a single plate has fallen yet this game. So it's going to be pretty important, but both junglers are trading each of these neutral objectives, so it's all going to be about, can the Buckeye Gaming Collective turn this dragon into a soul, or use how long it will delay his Miami soul to their advantage, or will the Rek'Sai be able to take this Rift Herald and push it towards a much greater early gold advantage than the dragon provides to its value?
I think giving up a couple of dragons early game isn't too bad, but as you were talking about before, Rek'Sai is a jungler that falls off, so you have to use the power spike early to secure those objectives that scale up for the late game. But here's a gank mid lane.
Uh-oh, Wukong is on Zoe, and she is dangerously low. She lands the Trouble Bubble, and Wukong is going to fall, but Nubid is the one who takes the kill. Rek'Sai on the top side, that seemed like a dive that did not go Miami's way, as he's going to fall against an Ornn. Miami probably overextending in that fight.
Yeah, Miyamo Big D going for the Void Rush, but Ornn was just too tanky to kill. He currently has the Bramble Vest, And also the Bammy Cinder, which is going to keep him quite tanky against those two 80 champions. So he's just going to survive that gank. Also going to spot Fiora out in the bush, delay the back. Good as always. But yeah, really big for Ornn. And Wukong ulted Zoe underneath the turret, but got hit by the Sleepy Bubble Trouble. So that's going to be a 2-for-1 going the way of Ohio.
Wukong has managed to claw back the camp advantage as Rakan Zaya take a really good extended trade now. This is just looking like a straight up fight.
Tark's gonna ult, and here comes Rek'Sai, Rakan going down Cleveland, getting killed. Mayama Big D right on top of that Rakan, and Tark's gonna live. Maybe he's coming back in though. Rek'Sai up against Wukong and Zaya now. Tark hitting that stun off of Rek'Sai. Misfortune's here now. She's pretty low on mana. Rek'Sai is gonna get the kill on that Zaya. Riverell going down as well. Zaya and Rakan both dying there.
That extended trade definitely helped Miami a lot, and that's mainly due to Tarek's Cosmic Radiance. It kept all the members alive, and it baited in Zaya and Rakan to go deeper and deeper within the jungle to the point where Mayama Big D could just come up and clean up the kills.
Mayama Big D still holding onto that Rift Herald. Looks like he's going to either use it on the later end of this turn or just wait as Rakan goes in.
There's Rakan and double knockup. Nice there. Here goes the Charm. Tark staying alive barely. He's going to get away in the bush, though, but Wukong actually getting away. No, just kidding. See, IBN getting the flash auto. And here comes Ornn, though. Tark's going to go down from the Sunfire Cape, and we're going to top side, I guess, now, as Rek'Sai and Misfortune run away bot lane. Flash here from Victor. Victor's running down the Zoe now. All right. And that's the end of that.
Not
A little
as
bit of
many
an extended
kills.
trade.
Oh, just kidding. Misfortune gonna go ahead and ult that Rakan. Rakan super low is gonna get taken down though. Mayama Big D getting that kill on Rakan and shut down there on Rek'Sai as well from the Zaya. Misfortune, hardly any mana, but that's gonna be, maybe not. They're gonna go for more. This 3-0 Ornn. They do not want to stop fighting, man. This Ornn going deep for this Misfortune, missing the Q, missing the W, taking a lot of turret shots here. Redemption for that Taric, and they're gonna disengage.
Yeah, Ornn just coming down for the play, picking up 1 kill on the Tarek. But while all that was going on, Fiora just had free range in the top lane, and Love and Honor picked up about 2 plates in the top side, about to be 3, and that is a ton of gold, about 320. So that's going to get her a couple items towards her Ravenous Hydra, which is really good overall.
And you know that as soon as Mayama Big D sees that low turret with Rift Herald in his inventory, he heads up there and he instantly drops it. Wukong taking the danger side of this trade, and the Void Rush is going on to the right. Wukong.
Oh, nice Rex. I couldn't even cast that in time. Rex, I just zoomed right in, killed that Wukong. As they take the top turret, the first turret of the game here. As Rakan goes in for this mid gank here against this Zoe. She's going to get stunned in that Victor trap right on the edge, and she might go down here, but the Trouble Bubble landing on top of Victor, that's a mouthful. As Zoe gets the movement speed here, Rek'Sai coming to her aid, and Zoe will not go down.
Zoe,
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt, but Zoe should not have survived that. She was overextending when the enemy team knew exactly where pretty much everyone on Miami's side was, and yet she got out, and Mayama Big D was roaming down to help her out. That was a really, really close play, and although Miami were able to make the best out of a bad situation, only blowing, I believe, Zoe's Ignite to get out of that.
Yeah, one of her runes allows her to get movement speed every time she blows a summoner, and as a champion that picks up summoner spells off of her W, she's able to get that movement speed.
You're
So
actually
here's Fiora going for a trade.
Jeez.
She just needs that last, that's a lot of damage, man. She's going to heal from her ult here as Ornn trying to slow her down desperately, but the Trouble Bubble getting taken. Cheng Yun says, whoopsie, thank you for the gold. Just coming top lane and pressing E, getting a kill for that poor Fiora.
It looks like Miami are really picking up the pace here. Fiora, Rek'Sai, and Zoe all putting in major work right now and picking up some kills with a 4K, about a 4K gold lead. 15 minutes in, which is extremely good, I'd say. And most of that is off top of the hill. Here's a play on the Rek'Sai.
It's getting deleted here by Victor as the Trouble Bubble comes in. Wukong's going to go ahead and go Nun Knight. Rakan here with the W going to miss. Zoe's going to flash out of it, and she gets away once again.
Now, Dragon is up right now, and Rek'Sai is dead, so Ohio could easily look to get this second Dragon, which brings them only closer to Soul Point.
Yeah, this is not looking good in terms of just stacking soul for Miami. Now, they have a pretty big gold lead, and as long as Ohio State don't get soul, these dragons don't amount to that much value. So
Mountain
Miami's
Dragon
definitely
again?
still in the lead. As
Mountain Soul
it's
gonna happen
be,
again?
Yeah, it is gonna be the Mountain Soul. Definitely, I think better for actually both teams. I mean, the Orange benefits from it, but Miami aren't, really excited for this Mountain Dragon. However, it is still soul, and it is still extremely potent.
I would argue that this soul would benefit Ohio the most, not only because Ornn is tanky, but also because Wukong stacks resistances off of his passive, and also because that denies a lot of poke from Zoe and the Misfortune, who are going to be sending off lots of abilities that just like to chip down their enemies so they can go in for a big all-in play. But with the Mountain Soul, it's going to allow them a little bit of a buffer to make sure that they can just tank a couple abilities, getting a ward maybe, getting some vision control, walking into areas without having the fear of getting wiped.
You're going to pick up the second Herald.
They're trying to run away though. Here goes Rakan, the ult,
Quickness.
only knocking up that Taric. And Taric's going to go and press R. He's going to get knocked up too. He's getting the short end of this CC here as Wukong goes in. Also going to ult Taric. The Taric hitting a double stun here. Misfortune ult coming through. Ornn, big knock up here. Victor actually, Rakan staying alive somehow. And Victor capitalizing on that big knock up from Ornn.
Yeah, that's one of the dangers against fighting against an Ornn in the jungle. Lamau Zedong just caught everybody in that little corridor with his ultimate, and also the knockup. Was able to catch 4 out of the 5 members, resulting in a 2 for nada lead for in terms of kills for Ohio, and they're likely going to take top turret here. Rek'Sai unable to defend likely.
I mean, Big D sending out some Prey Seekers. As one of the things we did kind of brush over is, although that was a lost team fight, Victor and Ornn doing so much in that exchange. VR was in the side lane doing a lot too, and Zaya.
Yeah, Rek'Sai running away here.
Yeah, it seems like our play-by-play caster cut out again, so happy taking back play-by-play. Dave, do you feel like that trade that Miami's been taking topside was worth the turrets they got in the bottom?
I'm back, sorry.
Oh.
I tried telling you that was gone, but...
Can you repeat the question? The top lane trade was worth the turrets in the bot lane?
Yes.
I think absolutely not, because giving Fiora any room to split push more effectively is just awful. So the fact that there's no turrets bot lane just allows Fiora to just keep running down there and clear waves. Right now she's going top, but as soon as that Baron comes up and they're going to be dancing around the Baron, you know that Fiora is going to just be split pushing into that bot inhibitor, which only makes their Baron plays more effective.
As we see.
Wow, okay. Taric's gonna go ahead and back right here. It goes to Rakan. The ult as well. Victor's gonna get the stun, and he's gonna get locked in place. Taric not even able to ult.
Yeah, I have to give that to Cleveland for the vision control. They spotted Taric on the ward, even though doing his job was in a weird spot in terms of backing. That's gonna allow them to get the pick, but they used a lot of cooldowns there.
And some flashbacks to last game, doing his job out of position. Pretty cheeky recall. So now Zaya's picking up the solo XP and gold in the side lane, which means that the longer this stake goes on for the Buckeye Game Collective, the better their ADC Verferel is going to feel about it. Zoe trying to catch out Lamau Zedong in the side lane, but I don't really know if they're gonna have the damage to take down an Ornn.
Now, one thing I do want to focus on right now is noob mid on the Victor. 5-0, 10 CS up on Zoe, has fully completed his Hex core and is building towards a Lichbane right now. And I mean, that's only with 5 kills. He's a champion that you need to pour a lot of resources into in order for him to get full build. And for 20 minutes in, having your Hex core and also components of Sheen is, Lichbane is really good.
Say, look for this mid turret here. They might get it. No, not enough damage. Yeah, Riftail's gonna go down, and they don't want that turret gone.
Being able to crack that mid turret and bring it so low, though, especially with Dragon going to come up in the next 20 seconds, means a lot for Miami. If they're able to take that mid turret, get mid and bot prio that they've already secured, this Dragon should be theirs.
which is really important because they want to deny Mountain Soul from Ohio. As I was talking about before, it is so beneficial to have it when you're playing against Zoe and Misfortune. But
You can
yeah,
see that.
picking up 4 Mountain Drakes on the side of Miami would be really big.
Absolutely. If the game does go that late, Seoul is one of the things that's going to keep Miami in it, and Bucket Gaming Collective decide, yeah, we can give over this Mountain Dragon. It's not that big of a deal for us. As they get back their mid-prio, and Zaya catches Wave and bot, meaning she's going to get more and more gold. So far this game, her and IBAN have been pretty much in the same position. Oh my god!
Hello here. Rakan pretty low, but the charm not landing on that Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai might get away with the Victor damage. Everybody gets away. Here goes Fiora and Wukong have a little disagreement as well. So
Yeah, low health bars, but nobody falling quite yet, and that's likely going to be mid turret for Ohio. Still holding up. Zoe looking for a little bit of poke, not going to find it. Little bit of a Hail Mary from Mayamo going for the Rek'Sai ultimate and not finding anything. I think he expected a little bit more damage to be done to Victor, but he had the flash up, had the cleanse, he was able to get out.
All things considered, I don't think it should have gone this way, but I'm really glad Miami made that play, because now Noob Mid doesn't have his flash, he doesn't have his cleanse, and he doesn't have his stopwatch anymore, and now that he's invested so much money into getting Lichbane, he's not going to get that stopwatch back for another 1.5 items, which is going to put him in very, very dangerous situations, and especially when he's the carry for the team, and he's the one who needs to be pumping out damage in these fights. Having him with no real defensive options means that Ohio State are going to have to watch how they play these team fights a little more closely.
Yeah, I would 100% agree. Getting the sums out of Noob Mid is important, especially when he has no mobility in his kit. So him having those sums up is the only real thing keeping him alive. But for the other damage dealer, Riverell on Zaya, they are going to have their flash, heal, and ultimate up. So when you lose sums on one damage dealer, you just change your attention to the other one. Now, Victor is getting close to his 3rd augment, and once he gets his full ability on his arm, once he hits level 16, he is going to be able to slow with his W, which is going to add even more potency to the team fight, where he's just going to be pumping out damage with the currently Lichbane completed and working towards Zanya's most likely.
Yeah, I believe Victor has now completed his special little item, so he's going to have all of his augments up, and once he does, he deals so much more damage. We know how much damage that laser does, and the slowing effects on his other abilities also help so much in the 1v1s against Zoe, who has no, real mobility unless she uses a summoner spell or item. Ow. In the bot lane, Love and Honor just keeps trying to take these fights.
we're just chilling, man.
Here's
Wukong here,
Wukong
going
for
for
picking.
the ult here on the Zoe. Zoe's wow. Okay, see you later. Wow, never mind. Forget I said anything. Jesus.
Yeah,
Peridot.
Peridot. He monkeyed out a little bit, not gonna lie. Monkeyed out, didn't find anything. He got one shot by Chen Yun. You just can't engage like that if you don't have Ornn with you. Because that's pretty much your only follow-up, is Ornn and Rakan being right behind you, ready to engage, but he thought he saw something, he thought he could get all 5 members, but I mean, they can't really do anything at the moment. I think for Ohio, they need to wait until an objective is up, and then pressure Miami to start it, and then that's when you find your engage. Or whenever they're in a corridor, like we saw with the fight that they won, that's where you want Miami to be, but right there, they were just in the open.
A vastly different performance from Peridot. Game 2. Last time, we saw him on a pretty unconventional pick, the Kayn, Shadow Kayn, no less. Really providing pressure in all 3 lanes. I believe solo killing Miyamo Big D once or twice. But this game, he just not looked the same, and it was Miyamo Big D who kind of picked up that mantle and said, I'm the jungle diff now.
Yeah, I would agree, but Wukong definitely isn't out of the picture yet. He is one of those champions that scales very well off items, so once he gets a Death Stance and his Black Cleaver completed, he is going to be less one-shottable when he goes for the engages, but hopefully he recognizes that mistake and changes up his gameplay from here on out and waits for his team to be behind him.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things. There just seems to be a lot of little things right now that Ohio is trying to do. Make sure their Wukong has blue buff because he used it all in the jungle. If Victor is forced to hold this mid lane, he's going to run out of mana, and as most of the damage on Buckeye Gaming Collective side, this dragon fight could look very, very dangerous. Something else to notice in the next 20 seconds when this mountain dragon comes up, Ayla Mao Zedong will likely not have teleport if Miami or the Buckeye Game Collective force the dragon early, while Love and Honor has been holding on to it this whole time while he's been in the side lane. So watch those top laners as they're skirmishing.
Now, if they do wait until Ayla Mao Zedong has TP and he does TP in for the fight, but Love and Honor is left in the top lane that just split push, that could be 2 turrets traded for 1 dragon. So you kind of have to weigh your options. Is it worth it to lose that much in the top lane for 1 dragon?
You really, really do. We know Love and Honor loves just sitting in that side lane and winning his team fights without even being there. As if Miami know how to play this more split push oriented champion, or play with it rather, then they should be in pretty good position, as it seems like both teams have now pulled the trigger.
Working on this dragon here. This could be big. But this getting stolen by the Zoe Q. Wukong not there. Wukong in trouble now. Getting destroyed. Oh my god, the big E though from Xayah. As Zoe's running away. Taric ult barely getting to her. And Orin right on her. But Zoe gonna get taken down here. And Taric's in trouble. All members here except for Rek'Sai. That was huge, the Zoe Q.
I think the only thing that could have went better for Ohio
they're not
is if
done,
they got
actually.
the dragon.
Rek'Sai tried to stay alive. Knockup from one.
Oh, no.
He's gonna stay alive. He's fine.
Yeah, that
No biggie.
fight, like you were just saying, Dave, that fight definitely favored Buckeye Gaming Collective. But that Zoe steal on the dragon was huge. And also, Victor wasn't in that fight, so that was one of the better fights Miami could have asked for. I do believe Mamo Big D was pretty much just duking it out with him way back towards their blue buff. So Victor wasn't in that fight, and although Miami looked like they were winning it on the front end, it just didn't go up heads for them.
Also, a little bit of a mistake from Love and Honor. As I was talking about, if Ornn TP'd for the fight, she could have just pushed as Fiora, but instead went for the TP into a losing team fight where members were already dying left and back and forth, and instead of getting a turret, which could have happened, instead they kind of just died.
Yeah, Love and Honor certainly more potent in a side lane than the Ornn, but it's the exact opposite way as well. As soon as Ornn joined that team fight, the Ornhorn provided so much for his team. It's such a strong, just versatile tool in these team fights.
But Miami have 2 dragons now. They're closer to Soul Point as much as Ohio is, so just 2 more good team fights, and you got
nice
yourself
job there
Mountain
from
Soul.
Rakan. Nice knockup, but nothing's gonna come of it. Just kidding. Sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Rakan going in for a little bit of engage, just to assert dominance on Mayamo, keep him in his place, make sure that he can't run anywhere, that he's not even safe in his own jungle. And a little bit of side laning from Fiora once again, gonna hit the level 17 soon, but here's Owen popping the horn.
Oh yeah, Ornhorn. Here comes Wukong though. Wukong, we have not seen very many engages, but the stun here as Fiora gets away. Okay.
That riposte, that was so clean and probably saved his life. As that means that Miami are instantly just going to pull the trigger on Baron. They saw Wukong bot, and this is just going to be a standard 4-1.
Do they have the damage though as Rakan comes here? Rakan does have ultimate, and they're going to back off with the Baron. Couldn't take it quick enough, man. Not enough damage.
Honestly, I probably would have just baited the Baron and let Fiora split push a little bit more. I mean, she could have gotten a lot, and Ornn doesn't have TP, but just opting to play it safe, which I also respect. I think one thing that Miami can do is play it safe and make sure that they don't make any dumb mistakes that could cost them the game. So waiting the kill, Peridot, and picking off the jungler, making sure that they don't have a smite would be essential to getting the Baron. But letting the enemy team know that you are willing to just start the Baron on a whim sends a certain message as well.
Absolutely. Miami showing that the moment they see Wukong anywhere but around that pit or in his topside jungle, they're going to pull the trigger. But in the exact same hand, they didn't manage to get it. BGC started rotating over and Miami kind of chicken out. So They definitely need to be careful if they keep making these less than decisive team calls. That's just my point, I guess. If they keep making these less than decisive team calls, they're going to need to be careful. And also, although we see Fiora getting out of these tricky 1v2 situations, I don't believe she's really been able to provide any pressure on a turret or solo kill pressure or anything when she is matched up against Ayla Mao Zedong in a side lane. Ornn is so tanky, and if he keeps matching her, I think he's perfectly fine with that until she gets strong enough in order to beat him, but she hasn't shown that yet, which means that the Fiora is just kind of used to sitting in the side lane, and at that point, you look for TPs to the team, and that's where Ornn shines.
Now, this next team fight is probably going to happen soon with the Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. Now, key items I want to talk about. Xayah, currently at her 3 core items with the Ornn upgrade on Infinity Edge. She is going to be really big in the team fight, and Miss Fortune only has her Essence Reaver and IE, so not going to be doing as much damage output. And also, Victor has 3 completed items with the Sword Boots. He's going to be doing an immense amount of damage, and TPs are back up on these top laners.
Yes. The Mountain Dragon is back up. Miami are looking to keep up their streak. Both of these teams want third dragon. The amount of pressure provides is so much as Rek'Sai flashes.
Flash knock-up. Vector's going to go down. It's actually Stasis, the double stun here, but it's not going to be enough. And Miss Fortune actually dangerously low. That Victor will not going to chase her down, though. But she's sitting at about pretty low health here. Tarek ult coming through on MF and Tarek, and they're going to have to back up. Wukong here goes in on this Rek'Sai, and here goes the Rakan. But Miss Fortune here returning, and Miss Fortune actually getting chased down there. She's going to flash away, double stun here. And Rek'Sai is looking super low. G is going to pop, and here comes Ohio State all over this Rek'Sai as well. As Stasis is going to pop, and nothing's going to come of it. And Wukong is going to get the shutdown on Rek'Sai, but here comes Zoe.
A massive shutdown. Zoe's just trying to make sure that they can't recall. Look at Fiora. She's going for the inhib.
It's actually good. They're actually going to get this inhib thanks to this Zoe not able to recall. I'm pretty sure she would have gotten that anyway because of the 8-second recall. But they're going to... Zoe's going to have to flash away here. As Xayah trying to do some damage here to this. Zoe trying to run this... Zoe player down! It's pretty low, man! Xayah's going to get
Your TP is coming in.
But here comes Fiora getting a kill, and then the movement running away. Hey, Miss Fortune, where did Miss Fortune come from, man?
She respawned.
Come out of the river.
No, she didn't die. I'm pretty she just backed and came back. But yeah, I think that was a little worth for Miami. They got an inhib, but they're likely going to lose out on the Dragon, so maybe an even trade in the end. But as I was saying, once Ornn TP is out of that lane, Fiora is just free to do whatever she wants in the side lane, and that's how they got the inhib during that extended trade. Now, Mayama was a little bit greedy on that re-engage on the Wukong. That's sort of what led to him dying in the end alongside Tarek. But, I mean, buying any time for your Fiora to split push is a win. But, sole point for Ohio.
The Ohio are feeling really good, although they lost an inhib. That shouldn't be too much of an issue, as they're just going to put their Xayah up there to farm, and like they've been doing all game, and she's, because of that, has always been up about half an item on this Miss Fortune. You were talking earlier how Miss Fortune only has her first 2 items, where Xayah has that rapid fire cannon for the fights, and it paid dividends. The extra damage managed to pull through. So now Miami, they're making the call we were talking about earlier. They're just starting the Baron.
Yeah, they don't have any vision on it, Ohio. They are just blind right now, and Zoe can just poke from out of vision, making sure that they don't even get in range to get vision on this Baron, but they're gonna have vision.
Oh, they know.
Coming in.
Oh no, the Q is missing, but here comes Wukong though. Can we kill the Baron, man? I don't care about Fiora fighting. Jesus Christ. Ornn is getting a redemption here. As he's getting taken down by Fiora. I guess they're gonna stop the Baron, and Ornn barely living. Where did that 102 health come from as they're restarting the Baron? Rakan ulti going in. Riverell gets the kill on that Zoe, that annoying Zoe. Finally. And they have to back off a Baron. Wow, why did we go to Ornn top? Man, auto cameras OP. Oh, that's why. Fiora getting that inhib turret. And they're going to start up Baron for the 4th time in 30 seconds.
Wukong has ultimate though. Rakan doesn't have his grand entrance, so nothing riskier Baron. They don't have Zoe anymore.
Careful. We have to be careful.
But nothing happened.
Okay, that's not the ending I wanted to that, man.
Miami.
Start the Baron.
Oh my god, you're right. VGC are just on it. Miami are going to have to respond.
Xayah W does so much damage, and her E's as well, doing about 2,000 damage right there. You can see they have to fight for this. They're just zoning them off. more than Zoe can, and Zoe still has 9 seconds. They're gonna get this Baron.
There's no
Ohio
way.
State's gonna get this Baron. They got the Baron, and here comes Rek'Sai though, trying to get in there, but he's gonna get unstoppable. Gonna get caught out, and Rek'Sai, Mayamo Big D, gets taken down by Wukong.
Miami commit a cardinal sin of the split push comp. They have no pressure bot lane, and they start up the Baron, which means that after that, BGC are just able to say, what? No, we'll call your bluff. And they just go for the Baron, look for the fights. Mayamo Big D doesn't manage to pull off the Miracle Steal. It is getting to the late game, and Wukong, like you were talking about, has been becoming more and more relevant. Now, I believe, since his last death, he's been, or since he was 0-5 at one point in this game, he's come back to 3-6.
Yeah,
oh,
he was
yeah, 1-6. So he's managed to get 3 kills on this life. Definitely pushing the advantages he got throughout the game to the limit, but Rek'Sai doesn't have that much value in the late game unless she has Flash to be able to engage for her team. Without that, it's not that much.
Yeah, this is the point in the game where Miami needs to be scared.
Yikes! Zoe's gonna get knocked up. Wukong's gonna knock up Zoe as well. Tark's gonna pop up on Zoe, and she's gonna stay alive, but with minimal health. Zai actually doing a lot of damage here, but she's gonna ult, and she's gonna get taken down, but also taking down that Misfortune as Ornn and Fiora fight again. Jesus Christ, I cannot get enough. God, man, Fiora will not stop fighting this Ornn as Wukong taking it to this Rek'Sai. He's gonna go down Red Smite on that Rek'Sai, and actually, yeah,
Wait
killing
a
that
second.
Wukong. But Fiora actually pushing this Nexus turret with a Baron minions, but Fiora's taking it to him here. Horn not gonna hit, and here comes Rek'Sai as well. Fiora and Ornn against the world here. The Baron buffed minions here as 3 members. Actually, yeah, 3 members are down on the side of Ohio State as Fiora and Ornn, oh my God, Fiora and Rek'Sai are taking these inhibs, but they're gonna have to back off of the bottom one, the bot lane one, as Tarek and Zoe retreat as well. But they did get an inhib there.
Yeah, IBN doesn't get hit by, but IBN doesn't get hit by the Cosmic Radiance, which means he's going to fall in that fight, but a massive shutdown. I think that was a 1k shutdown onto the Xayah, means that IBN is going to get some of the money he needs. The mortal reminder, it's going to help cut down on Xayah's and Rakan's healing in these fights, as well as Wukong with the Death Stance. So a really, really massive kill for IBN, as Riverell is already at level 18. He's only at 15. He hasn't managed to get the solo XP that his opponent has. And now Mountain Soul Point Dragon is coming up. This is very, very dangerous for both teams. Uh-oh, Fiora is just TPing into the enemy base.
Fiora's gonna go bot lane and look for these inhibs, as they might 608 crit onto the inhib, and they're going for this. She might go for top inhib as well. I don't think they can back. They're not going to back. They're gonna get this soul. And I think Rek'Sai stole the dragon. That's the 3rd dragon. They don't get soul. Fiora's gonna get this top inhib as well. There's nothing Ornn can do about it. Trying to smash through that inhib. Man, that's a big, big no-no. And he's actually gonna get taken to sleep. Oh, that's his decoy. Okay, sorry, I'm stupid. Fiora getting 2 inhibs here for Miami RedHawks. There you go.
And Lucen's out. That was just Mayamo Big D and, Love and Honor. Mayamo Big D and Love and Honor both get out of this fight. So much value for their team. An absolutely incredible engage, and he didn't even need to use Flash. I think he just tunneled in and then tunneled right back out.
Said see you later, guys.
Again, get out, get what you need. You know, do what you gotta do for your team. But yeah, really big play from Love and Honor, but still, this game is pretty dead even, only about a 2k gold difference, not even, between these teams. So I think if Ohio just defend their 2 inhibs and make sure that they don't get anything else of that split push, and they keep scaling like they're doing right now, Victor's so close to that death cap, and the Xayah almost at full build. They are so scary. And I was gonna say before they lost the 2 inhibs and the dragon and the team fight, they're super strong.
Misfortune's gonna have to go away. Rakan not able to catch Misfortune. There she goes. But Rakan is now in the middle of no man's lane. Gonna go in stasis. Terrical not gonna hit, or stun, I mean. Sorry. Rakan might go down. Oh, the Xayah max rage here coming through, and Zoe. And actually, everybody's fine. Okay, Zoe's gonna flash 6. But nobody died there.
Buckeye Gaming Collective know they see Fiora in the bot lane, and they've already sent someone back to deal with it. Actually, Rek'Sai's going in.
Rek'Sai going on this red smited Rakan, but look at the moves from Rakan here. Rek'Sai gets stunned. Nothing's gonna come of it though. Zoe Might send a Q somewhere to Narnia. Nothing's gonna happen. Though Zaya actually gonna have to ult here. Nice flash from Misfortune, or from Zaya onto that Misfortune, getting that E. Did you see the moves? Tarek now. Ohio State starting to pin down this Tarek as he's gonna go down. Nice double stun there from Tarek trying to get away. But man, that was nasty. Tarek now stuck in between a rock and a hard place as Fiora tries to 2v1 here. She's doing a pretty good job. The Whisper-Stay! The Whisper-Stay! On that Rakad, the W! Wukong blue smiting. Wukong not hitting the ult, but he's gonna hit another one. He has 2 charges now. Fiora now doing a pretty amazing job 2v1ing here, taking everything. 390 health. They cannot kill this Fiora. 1, 2, and 3 Fiora. Did you see that Zaya flash, man? That Zaya flash on that Misfortune, had no idea.
Riverell, what in the world? This guy, as soon as he got his 3-4 items, he said, you know what? I'm Zaya. It's my time to shine. I'm not sitting in the side lane anymore. As he just eviscerates IBN with the Feather Call. It was an absolutely massive play and turns the fight towards BGC's favor. Originally, it seemed like it was going to probably be a Miami sided fight. They catch out the Zaya, but some crazy footwork, some great
Fiora
plays.
and Victor gonna run in here as Fiora. Nice wrist plus there. Nice stasis as well, but here comes Ornn and Wukong also coming to back him up. But Fiora can 2v1. Can she 3v1? She said, I'm not gonna find out. But oh my god, man.
Yeah, I think that may have saved the game for Ohio by winning that team fight where Riverall just carried and eviscerated IBN and Zoe by putting good use of that Mercurial Scimitar, and they're going to start the Baron.
Wukong here looking to stop this as they have to back off. Miami RedHawks don't want to take this fight unless they do. I don't know if Fiora has some crazy split push. Ornn can't stop her. Victor might be able to stop her with Ornn, but they're going to push this mid. Just kidding. They're going to go for this here. As he gets drowsy, he's going to go Nunite. Zoe here. Wukong's in a bad place. He's going to ult again over nobody. As 4 members here. Fiora still split pushing. Ornn's going to have to go back to that Fiora on the map.
I've seen this one before.
I haven't. Anyway, here we're going to go back to this Baron. I have not seen this. Oh, wait, yeah, I have. I'm just kidding. Wait, I get it now. Sorry. Fiora here on the Ori here. The crit on the Ori. Ornn's going to have to engage. They're going to get this in him from mid. Ohio just trying to out-trade this. And the red turret here on the bus. Fiora's going all the way to the Nexus here. They can't stop the Fiora in Miami. They actually did. Oh my god, Fiora. For Miami.
Yeah, that was not a base race that they were going to win for. Doing that true damage to those objectives is going to keep Miami in this series 1-1. Is that right? 1-1?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 1-1. Cue the silver scrapes. We're going to game 3 between Miami and Ohio. Now let's take a look at those damage charts. I think Fiora going to be a top contender. And
yeah. She was duking out with the tanky Ornn in the top lane in that entire game, but Riverell takes it just by 1,000. So much damage from this Zaya, and one of the things that I really like to see from her is this is one of the tactics back when Perks played Zaya all the time in the bot lane on G2. One of the things they had him do was he had him play a little more proactive, be in the side lane, pick up that solo XP and gold, and once he's hit that late game power spike, once he's gotten that 100% or 75% crit, bring him back to the team, and now he's a massive force. At one point, I think he had a 4 level advantage on IBN, so he was so strong in this game, but it wasn't enough when Miami were just able to end the game through crazy split push plays. If you don't fight the Zaya, she can't win.
You know, a lot of teams like to talk about like game-changing moments. Like, what was the moment where it just inevitably went one-sided and things were looking very doomed for the other team? And I think that was the Rek'Sai steal for Soul Point. Mayama Big D with that tunnel in took the Soul Point away from Ohio, and that just let Fiora just keep split pushing without having to deal with Ornn with even more armor than he should have. So, like, very well played the Miami. They played the split push correctly. At the end, you were talking about a cardinal sin is where you start the Baron without any bot lane pressure, but that game they definitely had it.
I think it's more of, I agree with you, that steal was crazy, but I think it was when the turning point was kind of more when Fiora realized, oh wait, I can just split push this whole game? Sick! There's nothing you guys can do to stop me? Oh, you sent 3 people? No big deal. No problem. She did that the whole game, and that's honestly what won them in game. What would they have done without fuel or a split push?
I guess that's your answer.
Team fight.
Yeah, team fight. But Miami drafted around that and then played around it spectacularly. Like we were talking about, some hiccups in the early game, just like in game 1. That seems to be one of Miami's slipping points in the series so far. As Miami Big D kind of had to be all around the map to help out his team. Definitely in this game, I have to say I preferred his performance over Peridot. But if we get a repeat of game 1 next game, it seems like the Buckeye Gaming Collective might come out on top. But that game, both these games, have just drastically changed the way that I thought about the series going in.
And with that, we are going to end game 2. GG, but it's not over yet. We still have game 3, so after a couple minutes in organization, we are going to get right into the final game of the series between Ohio and Miami. We'll see you then.
Hello, GG Leagues Twitch, and welcome back to Game 3 of Ohio State here on the blue side. BGC at Ohio State on the blue side here. On the red side, Miami RedHawks both 1-1. This is Game 3. This is the tiebreaker. This is the last game of the GG Leagues 2020 season, spring, until we have our summer games, and then we start up again in the fall. My name is Zeko, and with me I have Dave and Leche from last game as well.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, what a series to be the last finals. Ohio, there's a lot of good esports teams, and both of these teams bringing it to a game 3. So this has been a close series, and both games, it's kind of been the jungler who's gotten his team the advantage early on has been the one who's also been able to convert that into the victory, although Game 2 was a little more, I'll put it, macro-based victory than in the team fights. If that's your strength, you play to it. So we're going to have to see what exactly Miami goes with. Looking at these bans, you just got some standard OPs. The Pantheon and Irelia ban targeted towards Changyun and Love and Honor. Changyun and Love and Honor are both very, very strong Irelia players, and Mayamo Big D been one of the highest ranked releases on the server for the past few years, so he's definitely the one who's forcing out those bans. Both of these teams forcing out comforts. Miami doesn't want to see this Ornn again. They're putting it off the table. And now that it and the Silas is off for Ayla Mao Zedong, he does pick up the set. But this pick is so strong in draft because of its flexibility. It can go top, jungle, sometimes even Omnistone support if you're feeling spicy. So we're going to have to see this where exactly this set goes, but it's likely into the top of jungle.
Yeah, and the Ezreal being covered right now. Now, one thing I do want to see Miami do again is I think they played very strongly through their top lane, so I'd like to see them maybe wait out to see where the set's going to go and then pick top lane kind of like they did last time, and then pick something for their mid lane to be strong on. And also, you were talking about this in between games, but I think they should put on the side of Ohio, put a stronger jungler for Paradox against this Rex side that just got picked up from Mayamo.
Oh yeah, such a strong jungler. We saw the performance last time, and when you pick up that Rex side, you essentially just create an incredibly strong mid-jungle duo. The Kiana is still up, the Zoe is still up. These are picks that you are going to be looking for, but at the same time, the Zoe gets picked up. So what you're looking for here is probably a Changyun counter pick, or you're looking to secure the support for Ezreal before the hook champions go away. Ezreal, Yuumi, such a powerful combo, and that Yuumi is almost definitely getting banned in the second phase if you don't pick it up here. So you kind of have to make a decision. Is that when you pick up, and they do, Miami lock in the Yuumi.
Yeah, Yuumi Ezreal is so potent once you hit the late game. They just do so much damage, but the only thing that you have to worry about is the early game. If you shut down Ezreal Yuumi in the early game, they're kind of useless for the next like 10-15 minutes. So that's where I expect Paradox to putting his attention, getting the bot lane very behind, making sure that this Ezreal Yuumi don't get any scaling, because once Ezreal gets a couple items with the Yuumi on his back, he is pretty much untouchable, unkillable, and he puts out insane poke damage.
And Rek'Sai as well is such a potent character for you to be able to be on. Really allows Rek'Sai to be a lot more free and nimble in these team fights. If you are banned away, respect going towards Love and Honor, as Miami are going to probably ban out this probably Nautilus or Leona here, because you really, misfortune, that's an OP ADC that makes too. Because Miami knows both of the bot laners likely have not been locked in for the side of the Buckeye Gaming Collective. So you definitely want to maybe narrow down their options, take away all of the counters to the Ezreal Yuumi bot lane, like the MF. Being able to just solo shove in those two means that if you pick up MF and a aggro support, that aggro support is pretty much able to go mid and make that a 2v1. So some heads up drafting from Miami.
One thing would be funny is if they flex the set support and then put Mordekaiser in the top lane so you can ult whoever Yumi's on top of and then isolate her in the team fight. That would be kind of sick.
That would
unlikely.
That would make doing his job's life very, very sad.
It might be unlikely.
Galio gets locked in, almost certainly going into the mid lane in the hands of Chang Yun. He's picking this matchup into Zoe. It's a champion who has been getting steady buffs over the last season or so after his W, and the flash ability and just all these crazy plays he used to be able to make with that taunt.
Please.
The Draven of her, but you get the Sejuani lock-in instead, which is pretty much on the exact opposite of how excited you are for a pick in League of Legends.
But Kindred being flexed to the bottom lane.
I guess.
Oh,
This could be Sejuani top or support.
Sejuani support, Aphelios set bot lane, Kindred jungle. The Volibear. Volibear set bot lane, Kindred top.
Volibear, Kindred bot lane?
The potential, the combos here are infinite. You can put these champions anywhere. The only champion that's really set in a role is Zoe. You just put her mid lane and then you flex the other 4 roles.
Actually,
so I'm surprised.
This also could be like a Zoe bot set support or Volibear support, set mid, Sejuani top. It's kind of breaking my brain open as at least Miami have a standard draft, I say, is they then lock in the Vayne top. When you see 3 tanks, one of them going top on the side of Buckeye Gaming Collective, you just say, well, I'll lock in the Vayne.
Pretty sure Riverell has Kindred and he's the ADC, so that is going to be Kindred, Volibear, bot lane.
Now that's actually something that's being played as of recent because of the recent buffs to Kindred. She's actually pretty good in the bot lane if you just make sure you don't get shut down early like Ezreal Yuumi. But when you're playing against Ezreal Yuumi, you can pick something like Kindred because you can just get through the early game without too many problems. You have pretty good roam potential. You can just shove lane early and then walk up to grab the Scuttle Crab bot side if the mark does appear on it. But with that, in these final seconds, we're going to go into a quick ad break. So we'll catch you after this in a couple minutes for the final game between Ohio and Miami.
Hello, GG Leagues Twitch, and welcome back. This is game 3 here. The Miami RedHawks on the red side here, and Ohio State here on the blue side. BGC here on the blue side. This is game 3, as I said before, 1-1 here. We will see who wins this game and takes the finals here in Division A. But as I talk here, Rail is playing Kindred ADC. And if you told us that there were going to be 2 ADCs this game, no big deal. But both of them are on this side of... Okay, well, there you go, guys. Rek'Sai's going to flash. I wasn't done talking yet. Both ADCs are on the side of the RedHawks here, and Rek'Sai is left without a flash.
I mean, a flash for 10 gold? Worth. For sure.
Yeah. With me
And a
is
zombie war.
Dave and Leche as we get into game 3.
Yeah, I'll be back. That Rek'Sai flash was absolutely massive because that is integral to her initial gank. She's essentially able to insta-CC anyone with that ability, and it gives her so much more range on the engage late game. That's pretty much the only way you get on anyone as Rek'Sai. So although it isn't as pivotal now, losing that is so good for the Buckeye Gaming Collective.
Especially for staying alive in these lanes where you're worried about getting behind early. I mean, for the next 4 minutes, you just know that you're not going to get flash Rek'Sai eat on. I mean, that's pretty big. Rek'Sai looking for maybe a full clear into gank mid. Leche, do you want to talk about this Galio Rek'Sai combo?
Oh, I'd love to talk about this Galio Rek'Sai combo. If any CC lands on Zoe, she's going to be in a lot of trouble. If Rek'Sai gets on her, or if Galio lands his E, then essentially the combo is absolutely massive. And it's not like she can just buy a Ninja Tabby or a Merc Treads to try and kind of sustain her way through that. Not only does that put her as a Zoe who wants her Magic Pen behind, but also the mixed damage between the Galio and Rek'Sai makes that nigh impossible.
Yeah, definitely a devastating combo. And also this Kindred pick in the bot lane. It seems so interesting, but in the recent meta with the newest patch buffing Kindred, it's actually not that out of the park. It's actually quite good. Also, the exhaust is something else that ADCs have recently been taking with recent buffs to exhaust. It just... Oh, here's a gank top lane.
Oh, here comes
There's a
Sejuani.
flash here from Set, but the Condemn coming through from Sejuani. Set's going to have to burn flash. As well as Vayne trying to get away.
Yeah, flash condemned. Bringing out the inner Gosu. Well played.
Both tops burning their flash there was actually one of the kind of best case scenarios for Love and Honor, I want to say, with the Set not being able to just flash on him or look for flash and get him out of turret.
What was that? What was that?
That was a great buffer play from Chang Yun. Now, initially, in this Galio versus Sejuani, that feels really weird to say, matchup, when Sejuani does come mid, her charge, her Glacial Assault, I think, or Arctic Assault, is normally able to put her out kind of in front of the Galio, or try and cancel his E, but that time, Chang Yun managed to play it really well, still got out of the fight, and just preserves his flash.
Yeah, in a game where so many members are just blowing their flash at the whim of an eye because they just do not want to get behind in this final game. They don't want to be the reason why their team has to play from the back pedal or the back seat. And they're willing to just risk it for the first couple minutes, give away a little bit of their security, make sure they have. But here's Sejuani finding Rek'Sai in his own bush.
Sejuani's going to get knocked up here, as Sejuani is also super low. Here comes Set, though, backing up. Rek'Sai's going to get max range, and that's first blood here for Ohio State, getting that Rek'Sai.
He lost that flash early, and now he pays for it. It wasn't up yet, which means when he's caught in his own jungle, his Vayne is pushed in. She can't go to help him here. He is in so much trouble.
Looking at this bot lane, nothing too much going on. A little bit of a farm lane, and as I said, these are champions who just want to farm it out. Get some items onto them, especially the Ezreal, who took the TP, is likely just looking to farm back, TP back to lane with a tier, or maybe a Sheen. He just wants to get that man immune stacking as fast as possible.
Yeah, and as well, something that we haven't really had the chance to touch on because, like the other games, this one has been full of constant fighting. Um, while the Kindred ADC is definitely a bit weird, Volibear support has reared its head before. There was a few patches ago. He was not exactly meta, but he was being picked up by some of the top supports just because of the lane flipping action that you can do. And into Yumi, it's devastating for her. Like, if you ever get in range of her with your roar, you just knock her back, and even though it's only 0.1 second, 0.5 seconds, she's not able to jump anymore for the next 5. Look at that.
The flash.
Prime example.
Super low, and Riverell picks up the kill on Yumi at about 200 health himself, but Ezreal here. Kindred going super deep. What? Bien gets the kill on Riverell here. I don't think Kindred was expecting that. I don't really know what happened there, honestly.
Yay! Aw, Riverell. Too deep. Going down there. Maybe using the contempt early, but here's Sejuani. She doesn't have flash.
Sedge and the red TP here coming from Galio trying to back this Vayne up, but she's low on mana, she's low on health. But Galio with the taunt, Sejuani goes down and Set stays alive. The slam on Vayne through the turret. And Alamau Zedong here is sent running. Zoe here to back up his friend. Set's gonna get away. A 1-for-1.
Rek'Sai's looking for something.
Maybe more action. The flash here. And Rek'Sai is super low. He's gonna get taken down just as like that, just as easy as that. Set W is up, I'm pretty sure, and it's gonna nice flash there from Galio.
Oh,
Zoe's gonna flash, but the Q, not the Q, the passive here, and Zoe's gonna flash over the wall as well. Galio's super low, and that's gonna be it. What a ride, folks.
Yeah, an extended trade in that top lane. Here's Sejuani.
Just kidding. Sejuani gets the kill on Galio. Last second.
We keep talking about people being punished in lane for not having flashes, but this is why. The only flash up in this game is Ezreal, because everywhere else on the map there has been constant fighting. Sejuani just flashed for that kill. Zoe flashed to get out. It's just been absolutely crazy. Is now Zoe is spending some time up in the top lane.
Yeah, it looks like both of these teams are playing on knife's edge. They are just ready to pounce at any moment, ready to flip the switch and look for the game-winning fight. But right now, it's looking pretty even, probably more Ohio favored at the moment, with 2 kills being on Set and a kill going on to Zoe and Kindred. That's definitely what they're looking for. Any early kills on Kindred to get her closer to her 4 mark power spike is that's a win.
Yeah, Zoe is losing an absolutely immense amount of golden XP to this turret, but she's going to probably get here to be able to pick it up. She currently has the CS advantage, but in the top lane.
Showing that he has the damage to compete with Vayne here, though, as Sejuani and Rek'Sai will not leave top lane alone. Volibear trying to get through the bot lane, and they're just going to vibe, you know?
At this point in the game, you can't really go for fights in the side lane when Galio is missing, because right now, he has his ultimate. He has Hero's Entrance. He can go to any lane if he just walks down a little bit. So now team fighting around the map is going to be a lot more dangerous and risky to do, but I'd probably prefer it in the bot lane.
Ooh, Set and Rek'Sai getting a little trouble here. Zet does not have E now. He's going to burn Flash. Vayne has Flash still. Rek'Sai does not have Flash, but they're going to run down this Set. The Condemn coming through, and Vayne is doing some damage. The slam here from Set, and the W might come through. They're just going to let him go.
Wow, he kind of just played my Alma Big D in Love and Honor there like a fiddle, although he had to flash to get out of there. Managed to curve around a little bit of a J formation and get out with the showstopper.
Yeah, very well played from A. Lamau. Also, had that Bramble Vest, which was big.
Okay, he's just going to run in, take a few turret shots, and peace out. Interesting. But Sejuani running right into this Galio. Stacks coming up left and right, and Galio's going to peace out as well.
While that fight's happening, Rek'Sai is starting up the Rift Herald.
This is going to be really good for Miami. They need some gold influx onto their team, and they're looking for these late game fights, honestly. I think more so than, in some situations, more so than Buckeye Gaming Collective. So Rek'Sai's going to take the Rift Herald and get counter jungled pretty heavily for it, but as long as he can use that to crack first turret, it's going to mean a lot. Mid turret is already down to 3 plates, so if him and Galio use their pushing power to lower that even more, that should be a kill, or pardon me, a lot of gold.
Zoe here going in, gonna get taunted though, taking a lot of damage. Gonna dodge that Zoe.
Ooh.
But Rek'Sai and Vayne are looking top lane here if you look at the map. Actually, Rek'Sai is just gonna peace out now with his Rift. His whole vision score, Vayne only with 2 vision score. Rek'Sai's got a lot of vision score, man.
But Rek'Sai showed top, and that gives Peridot the go ahead, and he instantly just starts taking down this dragon. Last time we saw this, it was a pretty big issue for Miami having to contest a lot of the later dragons, 3rd and 4th, meant that they were forced into fights they didn't want to take.
RedHawks
Now,
here
Rift
actually
Herald-
getting first turret though.
Yeah, RedHawks got down the first turret in the top lane, putting gold in the pocket of Love and Honor, but the Glacial is gonna whiff.
No. Big whiff here, but Zoe, yikes, she's gonna get caught. The Kindred ult coming through though, and Peridot is gonna get that kill on Ezreal, but the invincibility and Volibear actually goes down, but they're gonna keep running down top lane here. Look at this top lane, RedHawks running it down top as they get these plates on the bottom turret.
How are you supposed to stop that dive? I mean, Volibear just almost won't die. Sejuani's a massive tank. Zoe's in and out the whole time, and Kindred
Here comes the TP and a Galio as well. But oh, the set damage right on that Vayne, and Galio and Ezreal are running down the set. Hey, Lamau's Dong right there. See you later in that bush, and they're picking up some more kills here. 3 more kills go to the RedHawks.
Yeah, that whole extended fight definitely benefited the RedHawks. For one, because Rek'Sai got the second Rift Herald charge in the top lane, taking down that second tier turret, and also because of RedHawks' ability to move around the map with their 3 TPs and also the hero's entrance, they're able to be so mobile and have global pressure no matter where they are. But here's Volibear going for a quick trade on the Galio.
A lot of damage from Volibear. That one auto did so much damage. Volibear has all tank items. Just the Conqueror, or that wasn't even Conqueror, that was Aftershock. But he did so much damage to Galio right there.
Yeah, in these fights, like you were talking about, well, the Galio got the back end of that one. Chang Yun came in massive for that bot lane dive.
But, I could not see that Ezreal.
Yeah, so it does seem like there's going to be a bug. I've seen this a few times on like the LCS stream. Sometimes you just can't see any of Ezreal's projectiles, so if you just see random big chunks of damage being taken out in team fights, that's IBM.
It's actually Mark Merrill casting spells on the game to make sure that Miami get the victory today.
Sejuani, yikes. They're gonna dive this. All 5 members.
Another one.
It's over. That's 5
all
members.
5 members here. Ezreal staying Guardian here. Here comes Red TP. Galio's coming in to help his buddies. Ezreal staying alive though. Volibear, the heal. The Yumi heal. The set. The taunt here. Kindred super low. She's gonna get taken down by Vayne. And that is a 5-man. Holding off a 5-man. Gank here, but Vayne getting taken down, getting turned on. Kindred goes down, but that's okay. Rek'Sai is coming back. Set yanks him back. And then Set W! The flash!
What a fiesta, but it looks like Ohio's going to come out on top. They're likely going to get the turret right here. Nobody's really able to stop them. It's only an Ezreal and a Yumi. They can't really do too much. Yeah, they just blew that fight wide open, but Miami had a pretty good response. They used their TPs from Vayne and also Galio, but they weren't able to close it out. Set is just so massive. He got health back from his passive, and he also stacked up his passive to get the grit with a big W lockdown flash onto the Vayne to make sure that she was taken down. So a 3 for 2.
Initially, Miami, just like you were saying, they not only repelled a 5-man dive, they seemed to be coming out ahead, but then they looked for the extended trade. Love and Honor got a little greedy after getting a kill onto Kindred. Just kind of went down from there, and that's going to mean they lose their bot lane turret. And that's a lot more significant than it first seems, because with BGC having the first 2 dragons, it means that they're looking for this Ocean Soul now. And when you get their dragon, that gives you so much pressure. So Miami are sending most of their members down, because without easy bot prio with that turret, it's going to mean that it's a lot harder to secure this vision and move up towards the dragon for Miami.
If they secure this Ocean Soul, that is going to give them so much pressure into this game, not only because of the Baron and also Soul Point, but also because they're going to be getting health back against Vayne, who does max health damage. So if they're able to make sure that they don't just get completely poked out by this Ezreal and dominated by these Vaynes in the team fight, I think their best chance is going to be Ocean Soul.
That's a.
They just got some big poke on the Mayama, so this likely is going to be the Dragon. I'm not really sure how they're going to be able to contest it unless they just get a steal.
I think that will be the dragon, as they almost hit him again with the trouble bubble. Ezreal gonna go ahead and try and steal it with the invisible ult, but that's not gonna happen. They get that dragon, leaving it at 45 HP for that Sejuani auto. But man, Ocean, Cloud, and Infernal going to Ohio State here.
But right now they're
Nice
running up a
side.
roof roam.
Yeah, they are. Set and Zoe are both leading the charge. BD might be in a difficult position.
Whoa! Rek'Sai gets yoinked out of his tunnel. Set showstopper here right into the rest of Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai chunked half of his health, but it doesn't matter. They're going to continue to take this Rift, and they're going to let Set die for the Rift Herald. They might look for an extended fight here. But Sejuani going in as she gets taunted here. The Yuumi ult rooting 2 members. But looking super low here. Galio gets taken down. Yuumi has nowhere to run to. Rek'Sai and Ezreal are Set running. Rek'Sai tunneling. Ezreal Conqueror just now hitting. But the Kindred here doing some damage. Here goes the E from Zoe zoning them off. But they're going to... Nice flash there from... Okay, just getting the Q from Noob Mid hitting that Ezreal. And the only one left alive from that fight is Rek'Sai. And they're going to pop Rift Mid here and take these turrets.
What is Miami doing here? They're taking some fights that they cannot win. After they successfully disengage from that, they just keep trying to push it. Chang Yun on the front. Although he's been incredibly strong this game, some of these fights he just should not be taking, and it's causing his team to lose.
Yeah, right now Ohio are abusing their power spike of this mid game. All they need to do is just group up together and 5-man any member and they get a kill.
Sejuani, the CC chain, the flash, E. But they're looking super low. Ohio State needs to be careful. Here comes Galio. They're going to take this fight here. Whoa, that's a lot of damage here. Sejuani's sent running here. Rek'Sai here coming through. Zoe eating off that bush. But Rek'Sai is right there with his team. Around Dragon that does not come up for another 3 minutes.
After fighting for 2 minutes, just back, Ohio, just back. Okay, like there has to be an end point to a fight. I think this is it. Just reset. But yeah, definitely a win for Ohio. And as I was saying, all they need to do is 5-man group, and they can pretty much take down any member on the side of Miami. And the thing is that their team comp benefits from the sort of hide in the bush. We all attack one member because of the CC that they have.
Absolutely.
And high DPS.
Yeah, the scrappier nature of their team definitely benefits for that. While Miami's comp does seem, well, it's a little more confused. The pieces are there to pull this out as they approach the late game if they can get there.
Ezreal, actually. Oh, that's just Kindred, sorry. Colors, I apologize, but the Bramble Vest on Sejuani and Set here against the Yuumi and Vayne, though. I mean, that's pretty smart.
I didn't get the ward. Sad. I'm gonna spot them out, but they're all coming top. 4 members being allocated this top lane, and Ezreal and Yuumi are by themselves, but Galio has the hero's entrance. I wouldn't be surprised if they look for another dive because that's what they've been doing all game.
Oh yeah, here comes the Ezreal, gonna flash E away. And the ult somehow hitting, and Sejuani doing a lot of damage here, but the Zoe, big taunt, what? Oh my goodness, Ezreal! With the quadra kill! Can we get the pit to the second pill? Pit to GG Leagues history, can we? But the Vayne's gonna run this set down. Can they get the second pit to kill in GG Leagues history set? The showstopper. Can Ezreal get the pit to kill?
Goes in.
It's gonna get in. Pit to kill for Ezreal! IBN with the second pentakill in GG Leagues history.
And although IBM gets the pentakill, that was looking real bad for him at the beginning. This guy has been shut down over and over and over this game. Constant 5-man dives.
Did you see that AoE? They all died at the same time, man.
Yeah,
I actually did see the AoE because Ezreal's abilities are bad. I kind of just saw them all get
Dave, you know what I mean,
in a row.
man.
I was like, was that the Yuumi ultimate? But no, it was Ezreal, Arcane Barrage. We
The
didn't see it, but that's
RedHawks.
what happened.
The RedHawks, man. Ezreal went from 3-2-3 to 8-2-3, but they're gonna catch out this Galio here. He doesn't have enough damage to kill. Get a pentakill of his own, and RedRail picks up a kill on Galio. And that is one less here.
Although he missteps there, Chang Yun knew exactly where he needed to be last fight. A massive 4-man taunt set up his team for that victory. That fight was looking terrible for Miami, but you know, as soon as I start saying he's looking for fights he can't win, he pulls that fight back from the brink.
Now, as this Ocean is coming up, I want to talk about how Ohio are skipping steps. They need to make sure that that Miami don't have the tools to just TP in and use Hero's Entrance. They need to blow those cooldowns. All TPs were up for Miami, but now they have Ocean Soul, so things should be a little bit different, but still, they can't skip steps. They need to make sure that they're blowing. These summoners allow them to be so mobile around the map.
Oh yeah. Now Ocean Soul is something that Miami really wanted. Having that on Poe Champions, having that on the Yuumi and the Ezreal would have almost guaranteed a win, I dare say. But now that they've just given those 4 dragons over to Ohio State, they're going to need to show that it was for a good reason. They didn't go down because they wanted mid-prio, and they're going to need to use this. They have, I believe, 2 more minutes on Baron, and they have to crack open the base, or else Buckeye Gaming Collective are going to start coming back.
So far, they've only taken 1 turret, so maybe that was just the fact that they gave Ezreal some kills, and then they brought it back. Because Zoe can still easily 100-0 Ezreal if Yumi's not on top of him. I think that's just a kill. She currently has the Ludens, and she's only going to continue building this penetration up as this game continues.
Oh,
I still cannot get over that fight, man. God. That was so nuts.
Now that Ezreal has all that gold, he's 8-2, and this champion is definitely stronger once he gets those 2 items. He's one of the strongest 2-item ADCs in the game. The safety he has in team fights, as well as the damage he's going to start pumping out now that he has Triforce and Mana Immune.
Gonna try and catch up this Set. The taunt here coming through from Set, but Set's gonna go Showstopper back into his turret. Gonna yank Rek'Sai back into big damage here. Will Rek'Sai die? He will! Rek'Sai gets taken down, and Ezreal gets taken down as well. Yumi's gonna get sliced down. 3 members just like that in less than 10 seconds.
That means
And
Baron's
now,
gold.
Ohio State here, running down this Galio, looking for this W. Galio does have flash. He can avoid this W, but it's not going to be enough. The charge will not come through, and he's not going to block it. The taunt, the knockup. The dude does kill him. The aftershock hitting at the same time as his passive and Set gets smashed down by Galio, staying alive.
As fancy as his footwork is in the side lane, Buckeye Game Collective just picked up some massive kills, man. Well, Big D was out of position, IBN was out of position, and they fell, which means that with this Ocean Soul, the Buckeye Gaming Collective are going to be able to essentially just completely deny any advantage Miami was going to get with the Baron. Not only that, but get it on their own. This Baron power play, I'm pretty sure, has a significantly negative delta.
Yeah, and gold is pretty much even right now. Only like a point, like 100 gold difference, which really in the matter of things isn't too much. That's like that's 2 pots award. So not netting much, just gonna clear out some vision. But that was a really big fight for Ohio. But they need to watch out because as the game continues, Vayne and Ezreal are continuing to scale. And once Vayne gets her 3-item power spike, right now she only has 2, but once she gets that final item, likely going to be, I'm not sure what it's going to be, probably a Phantom Dancer. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a GA either, but once she gets those items, more attack speed, more extra on-hit damage, she's going to be shredding through Set, through Sejuani, and also through the Volley Bear, so as long as they don't get caught out, they should be fine. If Miami just continues to scale and abuse their strong ADC champions, they should be fine.
It all depends on how exactly they want to fight. The itemization is very different. Whether Vayne should be in a side lane trying to 1v1 or with the team. But either way, Miami need to know what they, or need to figure out their game plan as they go through this game. Are they going to look for picks? What are the tools they have to do that? Or are they looking for those late game team fights, just let them scale? Because the later and later this game goes, Yuumi does get absolutely absurd. That champion's healing will single-handedly keep a early game team in late game fights. So we 100% are going to have to see how exactly this turns out. Changyoon as well. This guy's taunts have been critical for Miami to win these fights. He can't, but his deaths have been him getting picked out time and time again. If Miami can clean up their basic shot calling, this game could turn back around, but Ocean Soul means that the Buckeye Game Collective are far more ahead than it first seems.
You were talking about game win conditions, and for Miami they look a little bit confused, but for Ohio it's just group up as 5, and if you see a member by themselves, they just run them down as fast as they can. They just charge, they rampage, and they use their CC so that whoever that they're locking down is just dead within seconds. And in the past couple of fights, it's been Ibgen who's been getting caught. It's been Love and Honor who's been getting jumped on. So, just not too great. But their win condition, it also got bolstered by the fact that they now have Ocean Soul. It's going to be extended past that 40-minute mark where you would expect them to start getting just chunked out by the Vayne and her percent health max damage. But now that they have Ocean Soul, they can just heal that up in a fight. They don't have to worry as much about being tanky and that being a risk for the late game.
I'm pretty sure as soon as the Buckeye Game Collective got Ocean Soul, on the next back, you see 2 Executioners calling.
Oh, they're gonna go for this Baron. 1,000 gold above at 26 minutes. They're shredding this Baron. Look, they don't even know that they're on it. Ohio's gonna get this for free.
And also the Elder Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. If they get both these buffs, they can just run it down mid and likely end the game. I don't see any options for Miami once they get those 2 buffs.
They're definitely gonna fight for this Elder Dragon here, as this is getting towards the end of the game. One of these fights could prove to be the end here in this last match, this finals match, 1-1 game here, the tiebreaker game between the RedHawks here and Ohio State. Who's gonna take it though? I mean, they're pretty even right now. They're only about 2,000 gold difference. That's pretty close for a 27-minute game. Both teams have the capacity to win this, but it's honestly who wants it more. Valibear is gonna get taunted first. The E not being able to get away from Galio, and Valibear gets knocked down to half health.
Yeah, they have to win this team fight here.
He's going to heal up a lot, but even with Ocean Soul, if Miami managed to get the
Yuumi
Dragon...
wasting ult here. Sejuani goes in. Sejuani's super low. We're going to get red smited. The flash from Rek'Sai. The knockback from the Elder Dragon, but Set is also in the midst. Sejuani staying alive, and that's the first kill. Sejuani goes down. Rek'Sai is also in the midst, but it looks like Ezreal's going to go down as well. Galio on Yuumi, or Yumi's on Galio, sorry. And it looks like they're going to let Elder Dragon go as Elder Dragon resets.
Malmo Big D has to steal this if he's going to go in, and he knows it.
Oh,
so
but they
BGC, here comes Kindred.
They found the Kindred. Here goes Set. Getting taken down. Rek'Sai goes down. And here comes Ohio State getting all those kills with Vayne here.
Oh, the base. He's TPing in. He's going for the end right now. He has Baron buff.
They cannot.
Oh my gosh.
Vayne will not be able to back. Vayne's going to go down, and that's an ace Sejuani. Or not Sejuani, Set here. TPing in, getting this inhib against the minions here. As Ezreal comes back up. Nobody else up for another 17 seconds. Ezreal trying to do as much damage to Set as he can, but he has to be careful. Set does a lot of damage himself. Pushing this with Baron buff, and it looks like they're going to get Elder Dragon as well. Ohio State winning that fight, winning the inhib. Set TP working here. Doing some work here. Oh my god.
Mao Zedong was giving Miami a taste of their own medicine there. Taking mid inhib with the TP. Really heads up play by him. Now for Miami, there's one way back into this game, and that is pretty much through Elder. They need to wait it out, but that's going to be really hard when Baron and Elder are both on the side of the Buckeye Gaming Collective. They have both of the major neutral objective buffs in this game, which means they can just push in, have a great siege, and even on top of that, the Elder means that Miami really cannot fight them.
Yeah, with the team comp, with the team comp that bursts champions so heavily, Yumi's not even gonna have time to heal because they're just gonna get a 100 to 30 and then get executed immediately. So Yuumi is just kind of gonna be a sitting duck for the next couple of minutes while they have Elder on the side of Ohio. And right now they are pushing in mid and bot lane, looking to get these waves rolling. There's a top lane wave building up for Ohio that's going to be pushing in soon. So they're really going to have a hard siege onto Miami. And I'm curious to see how Miami responds, because right now I don't really see a ton of options.
Yeah,
It would be
this is
gorgeous if Miami RedHawks got another taunt Ezreal again. Man.
This is Buckeye Gaming Collective's game to win. Or to lose. They have to be the ones to mess up in order to lose this lead right now. Even when they were even, they had the soul advantage, and now they're 7k gold up with the Elder Dragon. A single Zoe bubble will spell the death of any carry with that Infernal or Elder Dragon buff.
Looks like they're gonna try and put the nail in the coffin here, because they're just gonna waltz around the base here. But Set grabbing that Galio. This might be the last fight. This is gonna be the last fight. Galio's gonna have to stasis, and we're all here. Vayne getting targeted down. There goes Galio. Elder Dragon sniping the Galio. Sorry, Vayne is still alive, very much so. But Ezreal Baylor dodging that Zoe Q, and they have to make a move here. This is the end. This is the end of the finals here. Vayne's gonna get smashed down by the Zoe, and here comes Ohio State. We're showing that they're the undefeated team, smashing down this Nexus. Bye-bye Ezreal, bye-bye Nexus, bye-bye Nexus turret, and bye-bye finals. They win it! Ohio State with their 2-1 win over the RedHawks.
3 incredibly exciting games, all 3 of them. Game 1, the Buckeye Gaming Collective just kind of had some absolutely incredible team play and team fighting, but they seemed a little lost, and they're got an incredible early game lead. But on the exact flip side, second game, Miami, crazy TPs, these crazy map-wide plays. And then game 3, yeah, in the game 3, though there was a pentakill, IBN, his team did lose the series, coming in second place.
We keep talking about this pentakill, but I just want to say that pentakill was off the back of a botched dive that Ohio probably shouldn't have taken, but the way that they bounced back from that moment, how they kept their mental strong, how they kept taking risks, how they kept finding these picks, how they just kept getting objectives is really what propelled them forward in this game and why they picked up the victory there.
Yeah, and one of the other things to notice was really the performance of Peridot this game. Much different than his Wukong last game.
Ezreal being the most damaged, actually, but that wasn't the case here, as we saw that Ohio State actually won the game.
Yeah, and Big D wasn't really able to put up the performance that he did game 2. He wasn't able to abuse the enemy jungler as hard this time on Rek'Sai, and that means that he just didn't have the late game scaling options and dragon contesting power that he really needed towards that Elder Dragon. Getting Soul was definitely, I think, a combination of quite a few misplays and what really let OSU stay in this game when at time they were even or behind against the comp that they really shouldn't have been if they wanted to pull off this win.
Now, if we're going to talk MVPs, I don't know. I have to give it to the whole team of Ohio, because they played as one unit and they played so cohesively together throughout these 3 games. Now, there were a couple hiccups in game 2, but the way that they brought it back in game 3 really convinced me overall that there wasn't really a clear person carrying the entire team. But if I had to pick one person, Riverell played out of his mind. Played out of his mind these 3 games.
Yeah,
I was also gonna say that.
Everything from the little advantages that he got in lane to just that crazy Feather Call flash to just one-shot IBN.
Yeah.
He was
That's
on
bonkers.
point this game, and pulling out the game 3 win with Kindred ADC is certainly an interesting way to top it off.
Now, I'm not sure if you noticed, but at that last Elder fight that OSU had, Riverell fought Love and Honor in the bot lane, chunked her out, made her recall, and then doubled back to the Elder Dragon to pick up all the stragglers who were committing onto Sejuani. So that was a really big play, and by zoning off probably one of the biggest threats to OSU, they were able to pick up that objective. So it's just the small things that really mattered. And with that, from a really well-played series from both teams, it's going to be, in the end, Ohio the Buccaneers, who picked up the big W today in this final series of GG Leagues. Leche, Zeko, any final points?
Look, man. Okay, like it's been a crazy season, man. We've had our first pentakill, and today, although Ezreal IBN did lose, he got a penta as well, and a pentakill is a pentakill, no matter how you get it. So congratulations to him as well. That was absolutely crazy. All that damage hitting at the same time. I lost my mind a little bit. So it's nice that I was here for both pentakills so far in GG Leagues. And I think it's nice that we had triple casters as well. It was kind of fun. But that was the final match of this season. I mean, that was a finals match. But we will have more matches, I promise. Like, not like, like matches, but we'll have like, staff nights and other stuff like that. And also more things coming this summer. So if you want to be up to date on all that, you can follow our social media, ggleagues.com, and also Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And if you want to rewatch all this crazy stuff happen, we also have a YouTube channel. You can watch all that happen, all the pentakills, man. That Ezreal pentakill was insane. I'm probably gonna go watch it after this. So, yeah, I mean, it was an amazing season. And I don't know. All the games, man, like you said, the Xayah, the plays, the Division A plays, this, like today were insane. I think this was probably the best finals match that we could have ended on.
Yeah, so absolutely great performances from both teams. And my final finishing thoughts are, just like Zeko's, scroll on down, click those social links. Also check me out at LecheLorn on Twitter. Got a show when I got a show. So yeah, it was a great series. What a way to end the GG Leagues.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Leche and Zeko. Also, although the season might be ending for the spring, we do have another season coming up after this. So get some friends together, sign up for a league, talk to your esports coordinator for the next fall semester. Talk to them, get some people together and participate, because the more the merrier. I want to see as many new faces as I can. So check out the GG Leagues website, sign up there, all the info will be there. And with that, we're going to be closing out tonight. So thank you all for joining and viewing. We will see you next time.